Hello there, chat. How are we doing? What's good? Hello. So, you might be wondering, fire, this is Blaze Slayer. Why are you standing in the hub? Wearing Mastiff? And that's for one simple reason. That's for one very, very simple reason, actually. Obviously, yes, it's to do with Sven. But, as a Slayer main, there's kind of like one... It's kind of like one thing, like a rite of passage for any Slayer main. And that's the ability to one-tap a tier 4 Sven. And, you know, we've gotten quite a bit of gear over the last week or so. And I kind of want to test out whether I'm capable of doing it yet. Granted, I know that I'm not capable of pure one-tapping. I know that I'm sure as hell not capable of pure one-tapping. That said, we might be able to pull off some buffs and Mastiff swap tech. There's a chance. There's a small chance, I guess. Anyway, Finn, what's good? Animo Games, how we doing? Brain Ninja, hello. Jayhawk, was good. Poopy Poo, was good. Tech9, hello. Endface, how are we doing? Was good. So yeah, I want to see if I've finally gotten the stuff and the gear to be able to actually grind tier 4 Sven at some level of efficiency. I might need to get an aim trainer account. I might need to get an aim trainer. But like, I mean that's outside of in-game progress, so I guess that doesn't really matter as much. But that's definitely something that we might need to look into. Alright, okay. Alright, buddy. Anyway, so as I said, I'm gonna try and Mastiff. Nice. Oh god, I fucking love this tech. Where's the time left thing? It's gone. The clover is very voided. It is very, very voided. My inability to not read my chat caused me to miss like 6 fire pillars. So, yeah, that's very gone. Oh, I will never not love Mastiff swap. It's such stupid tech. It's such stupid tech, chat, and I love it so much. What are we doing here? We are one-tapping some Svens for a bit. Where are you from? I'm from the UK. I'm from England. Unfortunately, yeah, we're not even like, chat, look at the damage. Like 500k is my pure damage. 500k is my damage without the swap. That's actually, I mean, I guess I'm using an egg, so I guess that doesn't really count. And if I miss my timing, then the boss doesn't die either. Basically, Mastiff swap is a fun little thing where you can use 2 armor sets at the same time. So you know how Mastiff, gives you a bunch of health right here? And then the Pooch Sword does more damage depending on how much health you have. Look at my health. Keep your eye on my health when I swap to my Crimson. It stays for, I don't know, like, a second. It stays for about 1 to 1.5 seconds-ish. The health sticks around for a really tiny bit of time. So, if you hit something in that window of time that you still have your max health, you get the full damage on health. Like, you get the perk from the Pooch Sword, basically, that deals damage depending on your health, whilst also getting the full damage from in my case, Warden Helmet and Crimson Armor. So you get to use both sets at the same time, more or less. Just got caught, GG! Upspace was good. Thank you very much for the follow. Causing a very big amount of damage. If you mistime it, it obviously doesn't work. And then, the other thing that I'm using is I'm having to use a lion pet here. In order to actually pull off the one-tap. So, hence why I wait so long. Why I wait so long before swapping my armor sets is because I'm waiting for the boss to hit me. And proc the lion's perk. And then it dies. Do you ever get bored of skyblock? Honestly? Yeah, not really, man. So, you'd be surprised. Like, I kind of just like the game. No park wolves? No, I can't be bothered. First of all, finding a lobby will suck, and I'm kind of just messing around with some stuff before I actually start Blaze. Kind of just messing around with some swap tech. Yeah, like if you miss the, as I said, if you miss the timing, it doesn't do much. Why no fire veil? Because I can't bother to get it out of my backpack. That's genuinely the entire reason, by the way. What did you upgrade from yesterday? Absolutely nothing. We haven't changed anything. Everything is the exact same as when I ended stream. Just passed an exam, what do you stream? Gonna pass the next doing the same. Hold on, how the hell are you watching a stream whilst doing an exam? Wait, hold on a second. Hey, could you start hitting me, please? Thank you. Okay, never mind. I guess it just decided against hitting me. You'd upgrade MP? Yeah, but I didn't mean off stream. I mean, like, MP is going to be my next upgrade. Like, I was kind of laying out plans for the future, not saying like I would literally do that as soon as I ended stream. Don't you have wardrobe hotkeys? I do. I just find it easier to manually. I just prefer manually swapping. Like I can use them. I just prefer to manually swap. Yeah, once we've got access to the G-Drag, this will be a lot more efficient. Because obviously G-Drag will be a lot more consistent damage as opposed to needing something to be beating me up. I haven't tested without one for all as well, but I feel like that would be worse. Yo, Ambrosia, how we doing? Do you watch WC? I do not know. Is your timing wrong? It's not so much the timing, it's that I'm completely reliant on the Lion Pet's damage perk. So basically, if like the boss isn't hitting me or something, and I time that wrong, then I lose it. Like, the one tap is 100% reliant on the Lion Pet. Oh, World Cup. No, I actually haven't watched any of it. I'll be honest, I genuinely haven't watched any of it. Yeah, it is a really fucked up little thing that's actually allowing me to one. Wow, okay, that was bad. That was incredibly bad, actually. There we go. But yeah, it's because of the Lion Pet that's causing the inconsistencies. But hey, what do I expect? I mean, look. I am extremely, unbelievably minimal gear one-tapping Svens. Like, we're chill. We're chill. England is in the quarterfinals? Oh, shit! Grind Sven 7 for Overflux? No, I was just doing a bit whilst the stream started. Testing some swaps, see if I was capable of one-taps yet. And then we'll get into Blaze in a minute. I won't bother doing stuff like Sven until it's Aatrox. Like, I'll probably work on my other skills, on my other Slayers during Aatrox. But mostly we'll just be sticking to Blaze. I think non-OFA is better because Lion buffs both first strike and combo. It does. That is a fair point. Hold on, let me give a little bit of testing here. This is gonna cost money. This is definitely gonna cost something. Hold on. Giant Killer, check. Crit. Okay. Alright. Which team do you support in the World Cup? Honestly, none of them. If you want my genuine answer, then none of them. I mean, realistically, it would have to be England because I am English, but I don't really, I guess. Do I actually need any other... Wait, is there actually any other enchants that do anything here? I mean, I guess if Venomous procs fast enough. Is there any other enchants that do damage? I don't think so. The one tap worked? GG! I've got a feeling that this is going to be worse. So you don't watch football? No, not at all, I'll be honest. I don't know, it's just something that it doesn't interest me at all. Yeah, it's definitely worse than OFA. Significantly worse than OFA. And let's see if let's see how it goes without the damaged perk. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that could have been just mistimed and the boss wasn't hitting me. Like, that could be using the first strike perk and not the taking damage perk. So we'll have to test. We'll have to test. If Skyblock had a competitive PvP, what do you think it would look like? Hyperion being the absolute best thing in the entire game. Yeah, no, it's a no-no. It's a no-no. Are you using Silky? Of course. I just don't have that much stuff. Well, that was a waste of my money. Do you take song quests? I do. There is a channel point for it. Alright, well, I'll deal with that another time. For now, it is back to the blazing. Nope. For now, it is back to Blaze Slayer. Put that away. And I think that's all set now. Yeah, okay. We're all good. What was old Burning Vengeance like? Why is it considered so OP? Burning Vengeance was what made the boss fun in the first place. Basically, what it used to do was, as soon as you hit the first, like, on your first hit with the Pyrochaos Dagger, it would start an invisible 6-second timer. Then after 6 seconds, all of the damage that you dealt within that time would be repeated. And then, that damage that would be repeated is also buffed by other things, like Warden Helmet, Golden Dragon, Giant Killer, etc, etc, etc. Making it do a lot of damage. They capped it at 50 million after a while, but 50 million wasn't too hard to hit. The way that it works now is basically it just takes the last 6 hits and completely doesn't buff them at all. Meaning it just does like nothing. Ares Lighter was good. You don't care about football? What if England made it to the finals? I probably still wouldn't care. To be honest with you. I still couldn't see myself caring. Thanks for the 1,920 ghost shards, no worries. Oh, that's not good. Oh, wait. Hold on, I gotta swap off Silky. That ain't great. Let me have your cake, soul. Give me a minute. Crit damage. It's gonna be crit damage, obviously. And then how much speed are we missing? 181. And then not like that. Let me do that. Let me do this. Why isn't Silky good? Because it has like no attack speed. Is E-Drag better than Blaze? No. If you're in the Nether specifically, no. Outside of the Nether, yes. But very specific, inside the Nether specifically, Blaze is better. Wait, why am I level? Oh, right. Hold up, let me... There we go. Appreciate you putting the 0 to M7 video into the playlist before you released it. Yeah, that's my bad. Yeah, I need to stop doing that. I keep adding things to playlists before they've actually, like, whilst they're still unreleased. Lots of guys, your videos are very well made. Thank you very much. I do try. Thank you very much. It's great. I mean, it's something that I need to learn to stop doing. Oh, that's a lot of guys over there. Is this room free? Okay, so this room's not a terrible room, but it does have its issues. Oh, hold on. That's why that one was... what's after Blaze 7th's profile? We'll be working towards maxing our skills out. I'll be doing something called a skill bingo. That'll be explained a bit more later. Mostly, not just because I don't have time to properly explain it now, because it hasn't been fully 100% planned out. I haven't planned out all the, the whole board and the consequences and everything yet. Like Duralius? No, not quite. Duralius is doing skill locked. Did you lose the challenge? I did. I did indeed. Yo, Judah CTB was good, was good, was good. W TPS. Peak TPS, actually. This is, yeah, this is something. This is definitely something. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That ain't great. Yeah, no, skill bingo is more of a, a literal bingo board. I mean, hello, new viewer. What's the story behind your Clover helmet? It's something that I bought when I quit my old profile. How much money you made so far? I think we're at 3 bill net worth so far. No point in a challenge where I thought I would lose. Correct. I have never gone into a challenge thinking I will lose said challenge. What about it being voided? It is voided. It is currently in the void. It is probably still falling, actually. And I will not go into any future challenges expecting to. Why do you auto-delete pest vinyls? Because I don't want to bother with selling them. Why do you void stuff? I mean, everything that I voided, with the exception of the Clover helmet, every single thing that I avoided has been soulbound. Couldn't you have used Saving Graces? I don't want to. Saving Graces ruins the integrity of challenges, of deathless challenges. Where's your days left? There's no more days left. Saving Graces just completely ruins the whole point of the challenge. Like, what's the point in having a series where the whole stakes is death, but you can't die? Like that kind of ruins the whole point, no? I lost yesterday. Bro, even totems are different to Saving Graces. Like with totems, even a totem pops, but you stay in the same place. Like the totem pops, but you stay in the same place. With a Saving Grace, you get teleported back to your private island, so you're fine. What tier Crimson? I would probably stick with Burning and no lower. Personally. Is this not the same lobby? What's a Saving Grace? A Saving Grace is an item in hypixel skyblock that if something is going to kill you, instead of killing you, you just get teleported safely back to your private island. Okay. That's pretty much what it is. It just means you literally can't die. Hence why I don't like using the— Oh, he dead ass! Okay. I can do tier 4s, but slowly. How slowly are we talking here? Because if... I believe it's... What? 1 tier 3 is the equivalent of 5 tier 4s. So, if you can do 5 tier 3s in the same time it takes you to spawn and kill 1 tier 4, then yes. But I doubt that you can. Takes me 50 seconds for it to... Okay, but, like, Once again, can you do four? Can you do 5 tier 3s in the same time that you can do 1 tier 4? How much damage do you do per hit? Like 800k ish. I don't know. Good question. I gotta stop sending that. Oh, like 900k. That's not too bad, actually. That's not bad at all. It's like 160 seconds. If I do a tier 3, I'm about 40 seconds spawn and kill, maybe 50 if I miss. Yeah, exactly. So, it's not worth you doing tier 3s. Because it would just take longer. Also, how long does it take you to... Why does it take you so long... Like, so, sorry, total for spawn and kill tier 4s. If I do a tier 3, it's about 40 seconds spawn and kill, maybe 50. Yeah, like, so it's not worth... It's not worth doing tier 3s then. Ow. More efficient because I die more often on tier 4s. Okay. My question still goes back to, though, even with deaths, can you do 5 tier 3s in the exact same amount of time it takes you to do 1 tier 4? If the answer to that is no, then it's not worth it. And dying to tier 4s can be fixed by doing more tier 4s. Once you get more used to the boss, you will die less. Like that is half of the that is half of E-Man is just getting used to the boss. Maybe not 5, but maybe 4 if I get... Okay, but 4's not worth it though, is it? Why would... 4 isn't... If you can't do 5 at bare minimum, it's not worth it. Because 4 is just less XP. But yeah, honestly, I would just do tier 4s and get used to the boss. The more you do it, the better you'll get. Consider yourself a Slayer's King. Absolutely not anymore. Definitely not anymore. They are talking about E-Man, Demon Hunter. They are not talking about Blaze. Well, you're a little far away. How much was your Blaze setup? You have access to PV. I never said E-Man. Well, I mean, I'd kind of assumed by the kill times. Okay. You're looking at 2 different people. I don't think I am. I kind of assumed that they were talking about E-Man from the kill times. Because, what, 160-second spawn and kill for a tier 4 is pretty good. Or for a tier 4 Blaze is pretty good if we're struggling to kill them. Like, if we're in a stage of struggling to kill tier 4s, then 160-second spawn and kill time is pretty good. When I try so many times on Blaze tier 4, I don't know what's upgrading my setup. Can you check my PV and tell me? I'm afraid I don't really do PVs. That said, I'm kind of using pretty minimal gear for tier 4s. You can basically use the exact same shit that I am, except with tier 2 daggers instead of tier 3s. Yeah, it'll take you ages to kill a boss, but hey ho. Is what it is. As that's what we were using before. I mean, you can use less MP. You can use, like, 800 and something. E-Man is the worst slayer for money. It makes the least average profit. Yo, Kenny Rail, how we doing, how we doing? Ah, you might be a bot, I see. Anyone can kill, yeah, I mean, tier 4 Blaze is extreme, I say tier 4 Blaze is extremely easy to kill. Simply because it's so easy to survive compared to other bosses. Okay. Tara still makes good money? Yes. Full Fiery Crimson, Haptac 4. Okay, but, like, what are we doing? Okay, how much true defense do you have? Isn't Revenant Slayer losing money? Only if you're early game. Drop any high class? Can't drop high class until Blaze 7. 155? I have no idea how you're dying so much. Hold on, how much are we on? 175. So I guess I've got a little bit more. But then again, you do have significantly better gear and you should be able to kill the boss faster. What point are you dying in? Like, what stage are you dying in? And, like, are we using, like, one for all daggers or something? I have Rift Necklace, David. Would it be better than your current equipment? If you can survive whilst using it, yes. What Slayer is best for money except Blaze? Tarantula. Tarantula or Vampire? Either of those two. And then if you have if you have what's his name? If you have like over 200 kills per hour and about 280 magic find, Rev is decent. Definitely not on the same level as Tarantula and Vamp, especially during Aatrox. Outside of Aatrox. Inside of Aatrox, Rev's pretty decent. Provided it's a drop Aatrox. Ramblue thumbnail? Bro, I'm rewatching it again right now. It's so good. Wait, weren't you the guy who did a tier 4 E-Man with no armor? No. I am not an E-Man main. You are very much thinking of the wrong guy. How many MP do I need for tier 4? I can survive, but the timer fucks me up. More than you have. Then again, I guess I don't know what the rest of your gear is like. But like, 800 or so MP is fine. It'll once again, it'll take you ages, but... Have you seen the new season? I have not. That is why I'm rewatching it currently. I've started from the beginning last night. So, no spoilers, no spoilers. Would be a good base to get into tier 4 Blaze. No, not really. I'm afraid. It's... I would not recommend... Look. Pretty much anything that I use is challenge profile type of gear. I would not recommend using gear that's this bad. Basically, like, Burning Crimson is a little bit... Unless you're only caring about, like, Blaze 7. Then it works. They are all blue like the Smurfs. Oh no. I can't believe you have spoiled so much. So important. I don't believe you. How dare you? Yo, chat. Chat, someone told me Blaze makes good money. I'm making 800k per hour. Yo, yo, no. Yo, I'm gonna go and fight people. I'm gonna go and fight people. Now you have tier 3s, your gear isn't bad. No, it's terrible. No, what are we saying? My gear isn't bad, brother. I have under 1000 magical power. I have Burning Crimson, and I'm using a Blaze Pet. My gear is diabolically bad. What? The Golden Dragon Egg is only for spawning. I use a Blaze Pet for killing the boss. The egg is literally only for spawn. You still use Sorry Chest Plate? No, I am full perfect opals with vanquished equipment. By the way, to those that don't know, Vanquished equipment is extremely good for Blaze. If you're not using it, you probably should. Like, if you're struggling with the boss, you probably should use Vanquished. Oh my god. The server's crashed, isn't it? The server's going down in a second. Give it a sec. Give it a minute. The server's got to go down. Surely, right? Surely. Steven say good. I used 3/4 Vanq with it. No. Either use full Vanquished or no Vanquished. Vanquished is only good because of its Vanquished is only good because of its full set bonus. Some people in chat sound like they're using tier 4 just after unlocking crit. This is true. Yeah, the servers are a little cooked. Is a level 200 G-Drug with 500 Mel Bank better than Blaze Pet? It's about the same. It's about equal to. Yo, 15-minute boss? No way. Bro, I can't even change my dagger. I can't even change my dagger. Oh my god, I can't even change the dagger. Holy shit, man. Okay, we might need to, we might need to find something else to do for today. We might need to find something else to do. Greg is better if 750 mil bank. Yesn't. It used to be. It used to be a couple years ago, but that's not quite the same anymore. It's a little bit more variable now. Due to our attributes and stuff. What pet was for spawning Blaze faster? Wisp. The Wisp pets. Yeah, entirely dependent on servers. We may need to find something else for today. Yo, Mafia Arts was good. Because, like, this is not great. We've done 2 bosses in 15 minutes. Made 410 XYZ shards in around 40 to 50 minutes. Is that good rates? For solo, it's okay. How much you make per hour Blaze Slayer? Me? If you're doing me personally, like 400k. Maybe 500, I think that 700k estimation is wrong. Maybe like 500k. Yo, this is a little cooked. I mean, it's to be fair, it's not as bad as it was, and the more people that leave the Crimson Isles, the better. The more people that leave, the better the servers will be for me. So hey, man, if they want to start dying again and like, oh no, never mind, people are rejoining. Shit. When you found Blaze Slayer, did you die to the boss more or the 50? Are we talking about my main profile or on this profile? I mean, the answer on both of them is the boss, but main, yeah, no, the boss by far. I'll be honest. Look, Burning Soul, unless your gear is diabolically ass, like mine is right now, the Burning Soul mini boss is not that hard to just not die to. You just strafe properly. And that is all. Why are you using a molten necklace? Oh. I don't even need Vanquished equipment, chat. How far has this boss fallen? How far has this boss fallen that I don't even need Vanquished anymore? Oh my god. Yo, how far has this boss fallen? Bro. What's better, Warden Helmet or Primordial Helmet? For Blaze Slayer specifically, Warden. Yeah, for Blaze Slayer specifically, Warden Helmet. For the other Slayers, I'd probably go with Primordial, and never swap to a Crimson Helmet, only ever swap to a Crown of Avarice. Crimson Helmet is unironically the most useless helmet in Skyblock. Why specifically? Because, the spawning's very different in Blaze. Due to the existence of the grapple, the spawning for Blaze Slayer is a little different than other Slayers. Where with other Slayers, you spend a lot more time running around. With Blaze, you want to grapple stuff and then teleport into like, behind a group. Until you're later in the game and can just one-tap things, but... 100 mil crown or Warden? I'd go with the 100 mil crown. Heavily depends on your gear. Can I do Blaze 1200 MP Fiery Crimson Greg? Yes, I would hope so. And now the boss does even less damage. You're gonna stay in the wall, aren't you? No, okay, we're fine. This way, little one. Stop upgrading my Burning Crimson Helmet? Yes. Yes, Crimson Helmet is not a good helmet. It is unironically the biggest miss in one of the biggest misses in the game, because it is just completely useless. Why is the day counter gone? I'll give you 3 guesses. Was Crimson Helmet ever the best? No. But there was a period of time that it was just outright better than, like, it was... Before Primordial existed, it was a good helmet. Unfortunately, Primordial just kind of took over its spot. What's wrong with Crimson Helmet? It doesn't do anything. The problem with Crimson Helmet is it just doesn't do anything for its price. It's worse than Warden until Fiery. It's the same as Primordial until Fiery. It is, and Infernal's just expensive. Like, the days are up. 2, you play 7. 3, you felt like it. The days are up. But yeah, it's like, unfortunately, Crimson Helmet is just, It exists. Isn't Crown of Avarice worse than Warden sub 1 build? That depends heavily on your gear. Crown of Avarice could be worse than a Primordial helmet at 1 billion coins, depending on, it depends on your attributes and gear. Crown scales off of additive damage. The more additive damage you have, the better Crown will be. Is Tier 5 Spider hard? Yesn't. Early on, yes. Later, not so much. It really depends on your stage. I think I would probably struggle a little bit to survive against a Tier 5 Spider with this same gear. Admiral Crown or Infernal Crimson Helmet. I like that people don't listen every time I say Infernal Crimson Helmet's useless. But once again, Infernal Crimson Helmet's useless. Can you turn said Crimson Terror? You can turn it into anything. What do you mean by additive damage? So, attributes give like, the type of damage attributes give is additive, as opposed to multiplicative. There's the 2 damage types in Skyblock, multiplicative and additive. Attributes, for example, give you additive damage. I believe G-Drag is multiplicative damage, I believe. I could be wrong on that one. Warden is, I think, additive, or it might be multiplicative, I can't remember. Demon Slayer Gauntlet, for example, is additive damage. You need, yes, you need the same tier. Do you need the same tier? No, you can use any tier. You can use a base tier, Terra and just turn it into a Infernal Crimson. Or, like, a base tier Terra and turn your Infernal Crimson into an Infernal Terra. Warden Helmet is the best for Slayers. No, it's not. No, it isn't. Warden Helmet is exclusively the best for endgame E-Man. And that is the only place that Warden Helmet is the actual best in slot helmet for. That is the singular spot. Crown of Avarice is just shit. Ah, I see, it's Rage Bait. Understand. Check DMs, I got a suggestion for a new item on title screen. Give me a second. G-Drag is additive, Warden is multiplicative. Ah, my bad, my bad. But yeah, like, Crown of Avarice used to be pretty mid before the attribute update. Like, it was good because we had gained a lot of additive damage over time. But after the attribute update, Crown just became really strong. Can you try to convert the armors? Do you know the guy in the mage faction? Like, do you know the guy in the mage faction that you, like, you go to, Actually, you know what? Never mind, I'll just do it after this. Hot Crimson or Necron? Hot Crimson has more DPS, but lower survivability. No Frill's not working anymore on 121.6. It is. Or 20.6.1. It is. Is better than Warden? Yes, Warden is not a very good helmet. Warden has a, even at 100 mil, once again, it depends on your gear. Crown of Avarice entirely depends on you. Like, if you have, like, no attributes and absolute dogshit gear, and, like, no talismans, then Crown of Avarice is going to be absolutely awful. However, if you have decent gear, decent pet, decent talismans, decent attributes, all of that, Crown of Avarice is going to be really strong. It is very reliant on other things, but once it has those, it is better. So if I have all my combat attributes maxed, Crown should be fine? Yes. God damn it, I shouldn't have been reading that. You can do /coup to transfer to convert? Oh, good point. Yeah, I forgot you can do that. When I launch, I get a message that something with OWO is not working. Have you tried fixing it? When doing Kudra, do you need 4/4 Terror? I mean, when rending, yes, but rending is a hypermax thing now. What makes it better? What is the correlation between them? The thing that makes it better is its damage. The thing that makes it better is that it is better. I don't know what you want to tell you, but the thing that makes the Crown of Avarice better than the Warden helmet is that the Crown of Avarice is better than the Warden helmet. That is what makes it better. It does more damage. It hits like. I'm pretty sure that yeah. As Hot Bacon said, I'm pretty sure the issue might be with REI as opposed to No Frills though. Because obviously I'm using No Frills just fine. Thank you by the way, Kurty. And hello, brother. How we doing? How we doing? Honestly, I forgot Kudra transfer was a thing. Use skyblock itemless mod to replace REI. True. I haven't done that yet. I need to do that at some point. Bro, I need Skysoft to get accepted. I need Skysoft to get accepted soon, at some point. Come on now. So my boss is in a wall now? Yeah, it happens. Yo, can the modern guys lock in? How much money did you make per hour doing Blaze? Oh, actually, we're up to 2 mil, okay. That's not bad, we're up to 2 mil an hour. W, man. Peak rates right here, chat. Peak rates right here. I'm gonna go and fight ZJ2. He claimed that Blaze had good rates. Nah, he didn't. Blaze is actually down very far now. Right now, Blaze is very far down. Besides, I'm not doing Blaze for money. I am way too early game to be doing Blaze for money. I am way too early into the game. Spider's making more money than Blaze right now. No. I doubt spiders will ever make more money than Blaze. The difference is the gear requirements between them. Like, obviously, Spider is like 10x less gear. PV confused visitor. You know, actually, sure, why not? Hold on. Let me just, I mean, current money per hour for max Blaze setup, I think it's like 80-ish. Somewhere around there, like 80, 90-ish. Or between, but somewhere around there. 80 to 85, I think. Do I buy a Warden instead? Instead I do Blaze. Probably not. I mean, it's definitely not a bad idea, but do you need Chimera on 2 Blaze to make money? Yes. Depends on how, okay, depends on what you mean by make money. Like, how much money? Like, make money is so wide. Like, I'm making money. I'm making 2 mil an hour. It's not good money, but I make money. Like, it's such a wide thing. Why? Right. Why am I in the corner again? Oh, yeah. That's right. What combat attributes make Crown of Avarice better? Anything that gives you additive damage. So, any combat attributes that give you damage, basically. Well, any attributes that give you damage. Seriously, building 3 bill on 15 Star Crimson over Warden for Blaze? No, I didn't do that. With 1 bill, 1230 MP, 50 mil plus tallies left, more MP or more attributes? I don't know what attributes you have. Something with roughly enough items. Yeah, roughly enough items isn't going to work properly on 121. On 26. Just turn it off. It's very broken. Largely due to firmament. Oh, right, yeah, I was meant to... right, yeah, that's why I was in the corner. I went to the corner to PV that... goober. And then I just kind of forgot to. Ah, GG. Have you seen the new season of Mushoku Tensei? I have not. Not yet. It's another one on the list. Like, I've got to... I'm slowly building my, my list of things to watch. To watch whilst I'm farming. Slowly building the list. Slowly building the list. Main dungeons, more damage. Then probably more MP. Do you read books? No. I'll be honest. I do not. I'll be honest. I actually don't remember the last time I read a book, genuinely. It has been so long. Is the cube with the name still a thing? It is. I need to remake a new one on my main island. Oh, well, my current island. Bro, I was one hit off. Like, we were... hey, nice! Duplex. That's my first duplex drop. That's pretty cool. Right, where's that goober? Where's the guy? Why am I getting told to PV this guy again? This dude is nuts. Well, you have my interest, I guess. Bro, genuinely, trying to do stuff, what about... Wait, what about... Nuts in what way? Gonna get a webtoon soon? Oh, nice. Name 10 books. The entire of the Aragon series. The Gone series. Oh, man, I read that when I was really young, actually. Lord of the Rings, Hobbit. Anything by Michael Morpurgo. I used to read a lot of books thinking about it. Most of them kind of get forgotten, though. Over time, I guess. Most of them just didn't stick. Well, I don't like the fact that there's a Vanquisher here. That's a little scary. Percy Jackson was a great series. I think I only read the first 2 books, though. I think I only read the first 2. I remember at some point I started reading the fucking Warhammer books when I was about 13 or something. That was fun. They were fun. English teacher was leaving my school. Honestly, I don't know, man. Is blaze skipping still a thing? It is not. It is very, very gone. First, you can't do enough damage with, but you can't do enough damage with Burning Vengeance anymore. And second, Burning Vengeance itself is capped from doing too much damage through a phase. So it is completely impossible to skip with Burning Vengeance. That's not to say that there's not other methods that have now been patched. Name 10 women. No, I can't do that, I'm afraid. What's your plan after this? Skill grind. Oh, chat, I do want to say, so, despite the fact that I've said no to it multiple times, at some point in the future, a 0 to Infernal Kudra will happen. I'm just waiting for something to change in hunting. To the point that hunting is not literally the only option. That means fishing 50. No, it doesn't. No. Why does that mean fishing 50? Name 3 types of grass. I don't want to name grass. I don't want to think about it. It's a scary plant. I mean, don't get me wrong. You said skill grind. Oh, right, yeah, sorry, my bad. I thought you were referring to the Kudra part. Yeah, fishing 50 will happen at some point. What was your Blaze tier 4 PB on the old profile? Without skips, I think it's 23 seconds. Why are you hunting for money? Isn't M5 better? Because I'm Kata 36. And no, M5 is not better. Especially not at low Kata. With skips, like 7 seconds. Well, so with the old one tap, 7 seconds. With the double demon skip, I think we got to like 14 seconds or something. I think I got to 14 or something. Something like that. Yo, Telltale with the raid was good. How's it going? With config and damage numbers are hidden. Yes, it's in no frills and it's right here. Turn off damage splash. I'm logged in. Teach me everything on Blaze. You look at the things and you left click. How much are you doing hunting per hour? Depends on what method you're doing. Honestly, it really depends. If you got a Hyperion, you can do Hell Wisps like 60, 70-ish. Ghosts in a party are like 80. Solo, it's like 30 to 35. Even stuff like Hide on Leaf is still like 30 or so. Where can I check the best shard to grind? The Bazaar. And you say it not even... Look, I'm gonna be honest. First, people know what about Hell Wisps. Second, I do not care whether you ask me not to leak it or not. I don't care. I really don't. It was down to 30 mil an hour. Okay. I will make a new mod pack, yes. Okay. I have nothing to do with Hell Wisps being 30 mil an hour. But I have literally nothing to do with Hell Wisps being 30 mil an hour. What are we saying? I do not have... Do you enjoy hunting? Yeah, I wouldn't do it if I didn't like it. I don't play the game if I don't do things I don't enjoy. Like if I'm gonna do a money making method, it's because I like the money making method. I don't care whether it makes 20 mil less money than something better. I'm not gonna do the better thing. There are hunting methods that I could do, or fusions that I could do that would make me over 100 to 150 mil an hour. I just don't like fusing. Because it's boring as all hell. As for the mod pack, I will make one. I'm just waiting for a firmament replacement to appear. What can or will make you do a fishing 0 to fishing 50? I mean, I'm going to be fishing on this main profile. I probably won't be doing a fishing 0 to 50 anytime, like an actual fishing 0 to 50 anytime soon. Like, most, as I said previously, most profiles are going to be taking place on this one. Half is raised. Yeah, like, bro, I have not really mentioned Hell Wisps outside of literally just then. Like, literally outside of just then, I have basically not mentioned Hell Wisps. And the reason I don't mention Hell Wisps, really, is because I can't do it. Pelt makes 8 mil. Pelt is so fucking boring, man. Were you endgame on your other profile? Yes. I was, on the other profile, I was so far past the point of progression that the game had become boring. I'm not someone that enjoys skyblock XP, so that wasn't a reason to keep playing. I had no reason to grind money because I was already so rich that it didn't matter. What's good, Biarduma? How we doing? Yeah, pelts are a really good money-making method. They're just so unimaginably boring that nobody wants to do it. Hence why it's still really good. Like, the funny thing is that people know that it's really good. Like, everyone knows that pelts are good. But just nobody wants to do it. Like... it's such a funny little thing. Why is your glass so big? Because it's a pint glass? And it can fit a pint of water. What did you use to make money on your other profile? Blaze Slayer. I did 100,000 blaze kills. Ah, okay, GG. How much time is left? Minus 1 day, I think. I mean, realistically, what? Blaze is significantly worse now than it used to be. Unfortunately. 07 to the peak. Minus? Minus. The day counter is gone because the days are no more. What happened to the clover? Well, exactly what you would think it would be. Yes, Blaze makes about 80 to 90 mil fully maxed. It might be a little less now, actually. It might be close to 70 to 90. How much did you make off that 100k? At a low ball, 160 billion. I don't know the actual answer because I've had to change because my tracker changed so many times. So that is an estimate. That is a low-balled estimate. Best design Slayer gameplay-wise, probably E-Man. Still really good. I mean, yes. For how expensive Blaze is, not so. Like 70 to 90 mils. It's good, yeah. It's good. And it's very nice that it's very nice that it's a solo method, but it's also insanely expensive. Made 4x my net worth from one Slayer. Yeah. And still didn't even get first place, man. Still didn't even get first. Honestly, it was terrible. Third was the closest I ever got. Wait, we pillar skipped! Yippee! First try! First time. Who's number 1 Blaze? I believe it's Harmful right now. Pretty much everybody on the Blaze leaderboard has quit. I think Dorings might be the only person who still does Blaze. Worst design Slayer in gameplay-wise, Spider. Not anymore. Spider used to be terrible, but not anymore. Spider's actually pretty good now. Like, nowadays it's actually a pretty fun Slayer. They fixed the Love Razors first again? Oh, okay. Never mind then. Does Spider make money? Yes. It is the, I believe, second best Slayer. Yeah, Sven is by far and away the worst design Slayer in the game. Granted, it's a product of its time, so I guess I guess it's kind of hard to say anything about it because it is a product of when it was released. Like, it's so old compared to the others. So I guess, yeah, it's a little hard to criticize Sven now. Sven does need a rework. It does. It needs the spider treatment. Sven really needs the spider treatment done to it. If you compare it with pre-tier 5 Rev and Spider, it's good. Yeah, I mean, back then it was good, yeah. Rev is only better because tier 5. Exactly. Have you been using feeder on your Greg? I have not, no. And I will not be. Yeah, but I believe Spider maxes out some... Do you regret deleting your profile? No. I don't play it. I never play... I hadn't played it for like 2 to 3 months before I deleted it. And so, I mean, I don't have any regrets about deleting something I didn't use. Bro, Sven is so easy, I can one-tap it on this profile. Like, that's how insanely easy Sven is. The fact that I can one-tap it on this profile already. Yeah, granted, it involves the use of a couple of little bugs, but that is entirely besides the point. that is entirely besides the point. Oh, that's terrifying. Actually, you know what? You're getting set. Okay. But the hours you put are just so much cringe to get rid of. Why? And in what way? If I don't use something anymore and I have no intention to ever play on it again, why would I? That's just keeping something for the sake of keeping it. The important parts of that profile are documented on YouTube. Yeah, documented between YouTube and TikTok. I mean, what's the point in keeping something I'm never going to use? Yeah, I put 6,700 hours into the profile. I have enjoyed all 6,700 hours of that profile. I made content off of that profile. But I don't play it. It's run its course. There's no reason to keep it. If you think that deleting the profile is weird, and yeah, if you think that deleting the profile is a weird thing to do, then you're just thinking in the sense of a sunk cost fallacy. Like, yeah, I spend a lot of time on it, but I don't have any attachment to it. As soon as you attach yourself to something like that, then you've got a problem. Because that's when you start to get addicted to things. Because now you, at that point, you're doing stuff that you don't want to do just purely because you've spent time in it. Would you ever start an Iron Man? A temporary Iron Man for a series. There is a possibility of something along those lines in the future. There is a possibility. It is not soon. That's for sure. But it's in the list. There is how much did it start you to get into Blaze? Well, I mean, my net worth is 3 billion. A couple 100 mil of that is in, so maybe what, a total of 2 bill? Actually, take out the golden dragon egg because that doesn't matter. So I guess maybe 1.5 bill-ish? Check if I can Blaze Slayer. Look on my profile, look at my gear. If your gear looks the same as mine, then yes, you can. If it is worse, then I would not recommend it. Obviously, you don't need tier 3 daggers. Tier 2s are fine. Any plans after Blaze 7? Yeah, skill maxing. Maxing all the attributes on Iron Man. Oh, fuck no. Oh, absolutely not. Bro, Iron Man hunting is horrific. How much MP do you have? I think like 900 and something or another. Iron Man hunting is dreadful. It is just hunt the same shard thousands upon thousands upon thousands of times and then fuse it. Also thousands. It is terrible. Why did you buy egg? I didn't. The existence of the egg will make a bit more sense throughout the videos, but I didn't. He has 985 MP. Thank you. There's your answer then. Speedrun a Clover on Iron Man. You know what? That might not be a terrible idea. It'd be kind of funny. But then I'd have a Clover and it would be soulbound. Bro, if I were to do that, then my Clover would be soulbound. I wouldn't be able to transfer it over to this profile because it would be... I would have a soulbound Clover helmet that I can't use. On a profile that's going to get deleted. That would mean... No, absolutely not. I would be deleting 2 Clover helmets and I don't have the willpower to do that. I don't have the willpower to delete 2 of them. You can unsoulbind it? No. Unfortunately not. When you de-iron, it soulbinds the Clover helmet. Shen's items are soulbound on Iron Man. Like I'm not talking about Iron Man being Iron Man isn't soulbound items. Like Iron Man itself isn't soulbound items. Shen's auctions become soulbound once you or either they start out as soulbound or they become soulbound. Can you really, even if you de-iron? Yeah, it's so that you can't just buy cheap stuff and transfer it over. Okay, imagine this. How fucked would it be if you could just log onto an Iron Man, get a Clover helmet for like 2 billion, de-iron it, and then go back to your normal profile? Or like, you know, get like 4 Clover helmets. Spend I don't know, 10-ish billion coins on Shen's items, de-iron, come back to the main server and make like 20 billion profit. You got to think about it from that aspect. It's separate. Yeah, it separates the Shens. Iron Man have significantly cheaper Shens items. Inflict your face? That would be skyblocker. Iron Man does have separated Shens. The items over there are significantly cheaper. How greedy? On guard. But yeah, like, I mean, it's kind of fair. Iron Man just cannot compete against main profiles when it comes to Shen. How are you taking advantage of year 500? By doing Blaze Slayer. I mean, I'm not taking advantage of year 500 in reality. I'm just playing the game. And doing what I enjoy doing. And year 500 is a thing that's happening in the game. Speaking of year 500, yo, chat, I think I've got a raffle to open. I lied. Never mind. Okay, so when's Year of the Witch gonna go away? I can't be bothered to go and grind a witch sack. I would like for it to disappear. Why not Diana, though? Mostly because I don't have Diana gear. And Diana gear is expensive. And Diana gear wouldn't have helped me in the slightest with this series. It's like 2 seconds of grinding. Yeah, but that 2 seconds feels like a lot more in my brain. And before you say Diana gear is not expensive, as far as I'm aware, what? Currently a legendary griffin's like 100 mil or something, right? Or 140 mil. Like, it just wouldn't have done anything. It would just be an expense that wasn't worth it. My gear is... Your gear is worth more than my existence. Raffle now? Yeah, I figured that. It's fun, you can always get money and fun blaze. Yeah, but like, it wouldn't... I hate people that don't listen. I really do. And I'm gonna not bother explaining it again. I'm not even gonna bother trying to explain why I'm not gonna do it again, because you can't, you clearly can't comprehend. One bill crown from raffle incoming? Oh, bro, if only. If only. That'd be so nice. Unfortunately, it's not. Where's my compensation prize? Where's my compensation prize? Give me the cake. Well, fuck yourself, I guess. I didn't want that. That's not the cake that I asked for. I didn't want that. Hub 1 during Raffle 67 was crazy. Yeah, apparently, yeah, it's just they crashed it now. Diana shouldn't be something to go for in mid-game. If I can't solo Inquiz and other mythic mobs... Okay, look, yeah, first of all, I wouldn't be able to actually solo Inquiz. Second of all, once again, as I said, it doesn't work for the series that I'm currently going for. It does not fit. The main purpose of the series is to get Blaze Slayer level 7. Taking a 4-day break in the middle to do Diana, when I could just be getting Blaze Slayer level 7, doesn't make sense. Yes, I would make more money, but do you know what I wouldn't have? Blaze Slayer level 7. Do you know what the next series is going to be? I do. Shit. I was too focused on the Vank's existence. I got distracted again. I always get distracted. And have a roughly 1 in 4 chance to win either a medium or major reward from the raffle, the big one. Yeah, you ain't getting shit, brother. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Be the only way Diana mid-game players actually have a chance to make money? I mean, I'm not gonna go into Diana until I have good gear anyway. Diana's not something that's gonna be involved in a speedrun series, so... It's not something I'm bothered about going into early. Like, you know, Blaze is obviously a part of a series, therefore I want to get in, I want to do this early. Yeah, I also want to be able to use my dagger, okay? Alright. I said that I wouldn't touch my, I said I wouldn't touch my good dagger until I'm Blaze 7, and I really want to be able to use it again. I miss it. I miss my baby. Would you ever do a co-op series? No. New, what's the series all about? Once again, Blaze 7. Has the dagger got habanero tactics? Yes. Yes, it's a 1 of 1. Very special dagger with habanero tactics. No other dagger on the server has habanero tactics. 5 tickets, it gets better rewards than you. See, I just don't bother grinding tickets, I'll be honest. I just can't be bothered. Trust? Absolutely not. I use your mod pack, but I can't see some mobs' name tags, health, and etc. Do you know which mod could cause this? I don't. Is Haptech worth it? Yes. Okay, it's a little laggy. It's a little bit laggy. It was alright earlier. This server was alright 5 minutes ago. It does, however, appear to have changed slightly. It doesn't seem very good anymore. The whole point of the profile, is it speedrunning to endgame or like a chill profile? It's a challenge profile. Everything is done via challenges. What's your MP? 987, I think. I think it was. But yeah, it's a challenge profile. Just about everything in this in it is progressed via challenges, to some degree. Like, you know, I do farming off stream because of editing, but pretty much everything is done via a challenge of some form. 985. Hey, I was close. I was close. What's your stream schedule? Every day around 2 p.m. UK time. Ish. Give or take, like, every now and then. Yeah, this is gonna be a swap, I think. This is gonna be a swapperoo. Eee, there goes the server. I do like events, I really do. But I think Hypixel really needs to start investing in some servers whenever they do events. Did you make most of your money off hunting? A decent amount, yeah. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, I think I probably made, what, 1.8 bill off hunting-ish? Yeah, like, Hypixel really needs to start investing in better servers whenever they plan to do events. Because it kind of just makes the game miserable. Certain parts of the game just sort of become miserable to do. Why not down? People are just trying to set up a stream party where they can leech off other viewers instead of making their own damn. That might be you might be on something. You might be on something. I'm closest to the server and stuff at 10 TPS all the time. Well, that's because ping and TPS are different. You could be inside of the servers and still have the same TPS as somebody in Australia. TPS and ping are very different. Oh hey. The server's back. Where's day counter? Not there. So it was very captivating and made me want to get into what you're doing. Then I realized I'm skill issued, but I can't really do it. Hey, I mean, to be fair, Blaze doesn't really take any skill, I'll be honest. This is probably one of the lower skilled things in the game. It's just true defense. Is 1 mil Crown of Arrows really worth it for Slayers? Yep. Do you have a Celestial Mason jar? Nope. Ever do a Cat of 50 challenge? At some point. Not yet. Any other dungeon stuff isn't for a while yet. We've got a while before there's new dungeon content. But there is a few things planned. TPS is the power of server resource. Everyone shares the latter while the former is your own problems. What do you think about the Gregory work? I think it's fine. I don't really think an issue. Is it substantially better? It's better. How much better depends on the profile. Like, the difference will be different. Well, the difference right, yeah, this has knockback on it. The difference depends entirely on your profile. So everyone will have it. Well, will be different. You're gonna get max alchemy this event? Nah, it's a lot of effort. Slayer's favorite aspect? Oh, bro, yes, by far. I am just sad that the admins basically pretend Slayers don't exist. It gets treated like some random garbage. It's so depressing. 1580 MP, doing around 8 mil a hit to normal voidlings. Okay, that's not quite what I meant. When I said that, I meant how much I mean, like, I can't tell you how much better a Crown of Avarice will be, because it's going to be different for every person. It is entirely dependent on a profile. Like, I cannot tell you how much better it will be. All that I can tell you is that it is better, I believe. Although, not for E-Man. As far as I'm aware, Warden is specifically better for E-Man. Wasn't this last Slayer update, in fact, 2 years ago? No, the last Slayer update was Tarantula last year. Then before that, it was Blaze Slayer. Why not E-Man? No, not E-Man. Warden is specifically better for E-Man. It is the one thing. The singular place that Warden is better for, I believe. Once again, I could be wrong. Things could have changed. I have not been endgame in months. I haven't talked to I haven't talked to the top E-Man players in quite a while. Thoughts on Guardian Slayer? It's a Slayer, and it's coming to the game. And that's all that I know about it. I can't give any opinions on a Slayer that doesn't exist, and we know nothing about. End goal for this profile, max XP? Yeah, bored. The end goal is the profile, is when I don't want to play the profile. 100 mil crown better for other stuff. Depends on your profile. What order damage calculates in? Probably the wiki. If I had to guess. Yo, why is there suddenly so many people down here? There was like what, me and one other guy, and now I swear I've seen like 3 people. Wiki more outdated than racism. Then you're using the wrong wiki. Does Ema make money? No. Are you gay? I don't believe so. Mystery Girl, what's good, what's good, what's good? My name is John. How can I deal more damage? Don't say MP. Yeah, it's usually always MP, isn't it? How far from place 7? An amount. There's definitely an amount of sorts. Quite a way. We've got 52,000 XP left, so I mean it's not terrible. It's not terrible at all. I mean, with the current kill times, it's quite a lot, but it's nothing that I haven't done. It's nothing that I haven't dealt with before. I mean, what? The derpy E-Man was something for sure. Like this can't be as bad as the Slayer to Hyperion bullshit. Yo, there's so many people down here. Why are you fishing again? Less than 100 bosses? Oh, yeah, I mean, easily. Haven't you made a challenge for every part of the game? Is the reason to do a new challenge, or you just got a new... Wait, hold on. Haven't you made a challenge for every part of the game? Is the reason... I'm so confused about what you're trying to say because of the lack of punctuation. I got loot share on something. I unlocked Magma Fish. Let's go, chat. I unlocked Magma Fish. Peak gaming. Haven't you made a challenge for every part of the game? Is there a reason to do a new challenge, or have you got an idea for a new profile? I mean, I haven't finished the game yet. There is going to be challenges for everything to progress this profile, but I haven't finished it, so I have no plans to start a new main profile anytime soon. Like, I have plans for temporary profiles in the future. Like, not every series from now on will be on this profile. They're, like, most of them, yes, but not every single one. Skyblock, but I can't play the game without challenges. I mean, it makes it a little bit more interesting. Why is he using safe spot? So I can talk to my chat. The other option is that I ignore my chat for a minute and a half every single time I spawn a boss. And I don't want to do that. And therefore, we're safe spotting. Holy shit, this is a chaotic room right now, by the way. There is so much stuff happening. There is actually so much stuff happening around me. I am gonna move to a different room, I think. There's a guy in this one. I don't want to use that one. There's a guy down there. You know what? Never mind. I'll just swap lobbies. Got my youth bus pass, and holy fuck, this photos. Bro, it always does, though, doesn't it? It always does. You cannot get a good photo for, like, any... Like, you can't get a good photo for any of that. I took the photo myself. And the rules apply. It doesn't matter who took the photo. The rules apply. You're like the only streamer that doesn't get mad at their chat. Oh no, I do. Oh no, I do. You just haven't seen it yet. Projectile protection is good for nothing. No, I do get mad at my chat. You've got to trust me. I am patient, but I have limits. Calazar never got mad at his chat, bro. Yeah, you know, surely, right? Surely. I'd argue Fire gets more upset with his chat than others. Why are you using smooth teleport? I'm not. Is there still a name cube after you delete your profile? There will be. It will be rebuilt. Timer done? Timer done. But look, okay, in my defense, chat, like, in my defense, look. In my defense, I crash out. You haven't seen it yet, might be... I mean, I'm just telling the truth. You in fact just haven't seen me crash out of my chat yet. Are those tier 3 daggers? Yes. Like, it wasn't meant by in any way. Like, that was literally just me saying, you haven't. Like, if you believe that I don't get mad at my chat, you just haven't seen it yet. Because I very much do. Granted, that said, I crash out at my chat significantly less than I think any other streamer who had my... if any other skyblock streamer had my chats, I think they would crash out a lot more than I do. I think they would either crash out a lot more than I do, or just give up and ban everyone. I think genuinely half of the chats would be banned within a day. Bro. Shit piss wouldn't last 5 minutes. They would... Most people would actively just close the YouTube chat. Maybe you're just a chill person? Yeah, fair. What do you use, why do you use smooth teleport? I don't use smooth teleport. Once, as I just said, I don't use smooth teleport. What did I do? A lot. Mod that removes damage numbers, it is no frills. It is no frills. It is called, damage splash hider, I believe. Not a bad comment in sight. Yeah, there's, the usual suspects aren't here right now. The usual suspects are currently missing. There has been a couple dumb comments, but not insane. Definitely not insane ones. Do you take damage through lasers using smooth teleport? No, because smooth teleport and normal teleport are the same thing. The only thing that changes is the visuals. Smooth teleport and normal teleport are the exact same thing. They both do the exact same thing. You click the button, you end up in a different place. The only thing that changes is that smooth teleport is... The only thing that's different is that smooth teleport changes the visual aspect of it. They do the same thing. The time taken to travel, like, from... The time taken from when you right-click to you appearing on the other side of the laser is no different. Is so clean, and I use it all the time. Well, thank you very much. Man, I love smooth teleport. Nah, ain't no way. Ain't no way people actually like smooth teleport. Smooth teleport is diabolical. It looks bad. I don't know how to say. I don't know how to say it other than it just kind of looks bad. I mean, granted, that's just because I don't like it, but... Smooth teleport just lowers your frame, so the transition is smooth. Yeah, like, nothing's actually different. What do you think of Crimson Rep taking too long? It's a little long. If the teleport is smooth, then why don't you take damage? I think I do, because your timing is ass. Hold on. Which mod does smooth teleport? Is it skyblocker? Or is it Sky Hanny? Ah, smooth AOTE. Hold on, let me actually turn on smooth teleport and you can see what it actually looks like. Like, right, this is smooth teleport. Like, if you're thinking I'm using smooth teleport, this is what it actually looks like. That's what smooth teleport actually looks like. Does it go through the laser? Yes, it goes through the fucking laser! It's the same! It's the same thing! Bro! It's gotta be rage bait. It has to be rage bait. It has to be. It has to be. It has to be. Calm down, bro. Bro, look. The issue is I can never tell with YouTube chat whether they're rage baiting or being legit, because half the time they're not rage baiting. Like half the time with YouTube chat, it's impossible to tell. It really is. How often do you get noise complaints? Once or twice. So rage baitable? Yeah, it's because I like helping people. I'm easy to rage bait because I like to help people. And that's easy to take advantage of. Like, as I say, I'm a patient person, but I have limits. Like, I'm willing to answer the same question hundreds of times. But, like, there is a limit. Smooth AOTV and Smooth AOTE seems to hype... 1 minute. Seems too hyper and teleports really fast. Maybe that might be a me problem. What? What do we... It just looks so off. I don't know how to explain it. It just looks wrong. Make you throw? I mean, if I was doing dungeons or something, then yeah, absolutely. Now, if I was doing dungeons, it would absolutely make me throw. Instead on smooth AOT and can't use normal anymore. Fair enough. I don't know. I just like the I like the visual that as soon as I click my button, I can see exactly where I am. I just like that from a visual aspect. The fact that that doesn't happen with smooth just kind of sucks. I need to get some new sacks. I gotta sack up. Improve my sack. Because right now, it ain't great. We're not in real sack hours right now. To be fair, I think I have what, like 2 or 3 small Slayer sacks or something like that, or maybe it's even just 1. Yeah, I have 1 small Slayer sack. Like it's not great. I'm at a point where I need better sacks. They fill too quick. Oh, but Slayer sacks are expensive, man. They kind of suck from that aspect. Matthew just hits rage bait? Yeah, probably. If I use smooth it, will I take damage on the laser? You see, it doesn't work anymore. You've overused it, I'm afraid, sir. You've kind of overused that one. Favorite way to intake caffeine? Anally? No, too far. Coffee. Sorry. Have you tried killing the boss faster? I have. Unfortunately, I failed. Surprised the answer isn't monster. I don't care for energy drinks, I'll be honest. Can I hunt sorrows in Mastiff and Pooch sword swapping? I wouldn't. If you can't deal 900,000 damage in 3 hits, you should probably not bother with hunting ghosts. You'll also die when you try to Mastiff swap. Right, what was I looking for? Slayer sacks. Any plans to switch to Jaspers? No. No time soon. 10 crimson, what I need to do, tier 4 blaze. Burning. Okay, what's medium? Medium is tarantula silk and then golden tooth. It could be worse, could be worse, could be worse, could be worse, could be worse. It's a little expensive, it's a little expensive. It could be worse. It's fine. I'm paying 2 million coins for a sack. I don't want to pay 2 million coins for a sack. Imagine not renaming your spade to Ink Digger 2000. Well, I don't have a spade, so... Tier 4 Blaze the hardest Slayer boss. In terms of progression, yes. In actual reality, no. In reality, Tier 4 E-Man is harder than Blaze. Blech. Tier 4 Vamp is hard because my brain is fried. Yeah, honestly, Tier 4 Vamp isn't a hard boss. It's just a ping-dependent boss. Like, once you... in terms of learning its mechanics, it kind of sucks, but, like, fundamentally, it's not that difficult of a boss. If I find you, can I get your soul? Yeah, absolutely. Like, Tier 5 Vamp was definitely difficult on Rift's release. After Mountaintop, it wasn't that bad anymore. It's just very ping dependent. I mean, Refrigerate 5, that was the way I was able to solo it. Yeah, Tier 5 V-Man is not that difficult. Why just turn off Smooth AT? I just don't like it. I just don't like how it looks. It's fine as long as your ping isn't jumping. Yes, exactly. As I said. High ping is ping dependent. It showed up on my screen at the same time as they killed me. Yeah, I've kind of felt that one, I'll be honest. Worst part about Vamp is spawning. It's not as bad as it was. Would you put Refrigerator on Warden Helmet and leave the other enchants for Crimson? Me, no, I wouldn't, because I'm a Blaze main, and Refrigerate does nothing in Blaze. Refrigerate has 0 use in Blaze because it gives defense, and the boss doesn't. Well, the boss doesn't do normal damage. You need true defense for Blaze. Haven't you even used Cake Soul? You kind of just hold. Yeah, you hold right click on a player. Will make me take damage through lasers. Okay. It doesn't work. You've kind of. You guys have kind of lost the point of the rage bait because it doesn't work now. Once someone knows that something is rage bait, the rage bait no longer really works. Because you can just ignore it. It doesn't really work anymore. That's what I thought. Just thought I'd say that. Yeah, pretty much. What, Cake Soul used to literally thought Refrigerate was useful maybe? No, it's good for everything except for Blaze. Can Hypixel please buff E-Man, add more stuff to the loot pool? Real. And true. That said though, Sven is more of a priority than E-Man, so we're gonna have to wait a bit. Sven needs it more right now. Cake Soul and clicking on a player named Buttfucker 9000. There's no, you did not do that. Didn't happen. Buttfucker 9000 wouldn't even get on the server. But you wouldn't even be. You literally couldn't change your name to Buttfucker 9000. You wouldn't be allowed to do it. Like it wouldn't even accept the name. Like Microsoft wouldn't even accept the name. That's not even possible. I've seen worse. No, the word fucker wouldn't be allowed. Like that word alone would not be allowed. That won't be allowed. You'd get banned off Hypixel pretty quickly, but you'd probably be able to get past. You'd probably be able to get past the Microsoft. I believe I've heard you say not to start Blaze until 1500 MP. What are you at? 985-ish. The reason I say not to start Blaze until 1500 MP is because there's no point. Unless you're a challenge profile, there's no point to starting it early. Should I get Overflux before starting Blaze? I don't really want to get Sven level up. No, you don't need an Overflux. But yeah, the reason I say that is because there's only one real reason for people to do Blaze Slayer, and that's for money. And there's no point in starting Blaze until you have the gear to actually make some money from it. I'll just be getting Blaze 9 for now. Blaze 7 for now. How did you afford the Greg? It's something that was transferred from my main profile. It'll make a bit more sense when the movie of this series comes out. It'll be a part of that. Blaze 7 for a flare to do Kudra? I mean, yeah, but like, By the time you have the gear to do Kudra, you'd have the gear to do... Like, by the time you'd have the gear to do Kudra, you'd have the stuff to do Blaze as well. Do you mean the Slayer or the mini-boss? What? 3/4 Crimson and a Warden Helmet? I am. I am just very focused on survivability when using that. Although I guess I'm not even focused. I'm not even taking damage though. Okay, at the same time. Like, not from the boss itself at least. These guys are a bit of a different story. Not as scary as people think they are, though. I spent 50 hours to get farming level 3. Are you proud? Yes, actually. How did you do that? Streamer man ignoring so much of chat. No, I'm ignoring your messages specifically. Just knock out Rev 7 or Sven 7 if you don't have it. Now's the best time because of raffle perks. Yeah, kinda. I mean, we've got Aatrox coming up next anyway, so. But yes, when you can play Geometry Dash, real. But then again, I kind of like Skyblock though. Do you believe if someone had similar to or better gear as you? Do you believe if someone had similar or better gear than you, hold on a minute, I've got to read this again because it's confusing me. Do you believe if someone had similar to better gear as you in Blaze, they could copy what you did and get Blaze 7? Well, yes. If someone had similar or better gear than me, then yes, obviously they could do the same thing and get the same results. Or if not better results. How much MP you running? 900 and 900 and something. 900 and something, yep. I hope that helps. Yeah, look, the MP is actually so depressing. Yeah, the MP is so depressing. I thought I could finish it. That's the whole point of these challenge runs. Pretty much, yeah. How do you get your true defense for Blaze? Opals, Alert Flare, and Blaze Pet. I thought I could outspeed it. How do you stand there? During that fire pits, don't come into the blocks because I'm not standing on a block. I'm not standing on that block. I am standing on this block here. You went overkill with the opals. I did, but you know, I'd rather have better survivability than less. I'd rather have better survivability and just be able to tank the boss comfortably. You can have some wisp pots. Yeah, that's a lot of effort though. But yeah, reason I'm not taking damage is because I'm standing on the block below me. Technically. Look, anyone can have my soul. Just as long as you get into the same lobby. I'm not gonna like take every few seconds to invite people to the lobbies. If you get in the same lobby, go for it, man. I spend a lot of time on my garden off stream. But yeah, as you can see, I'm not actually on the block. Like I'm not actually standing on the block. I'm standing off of it. So fire pits appear beneath me because once again, I'm not actually on this block. Do you have the enchant to give true defense? I do. You have the best wheat farm with a nice walk too. Bro, the long walk it's purely just for editing. It's literally just for editing. Playtime check. 281 hours minus 31 hours for AFK, or minus 30 hours for AFK ish. Rather better survivability than die to normal blazers. Exactly. I already die a lot from just reading. Why does mithril powder matter for this? So when people say MP, are they talking about magical power? They're talking about magical power. If it's anything combat related, they're always talking about magical power. Yo, what's good, Oscar? How we doing? What's good? What's good? Yeah, if they're talking about combat related, it's always going to be a magical power. It's only when it's mining related that it's going to be mithril powder. How much true defense would you recommend for tier 4 blaze? As much as you need to survive. In other words, trial and error it. It entirely depends on your gear. Like, if you've got really good gear, you barely need any. If you don't have very good gear, then you're going to need a lot more. I've got like 170 something. But like realistically, how do you say your name? Fire. I forgot the fire pillar. Chat, surely it can't be that much more damage, right? Surely it can't be that much more damage to be able to skip pillar. I'm a gay man and I find you very attractive. Are you single? Okay, so yeah, I am, yes. There's one teeny tiny little issue. There is one teeny little tiny issue there, though. There's one small problem. I mean, it's honestly barely noticeable, but it is a problem. Which is, I'm not gay. which is a small issue. Fiery Crimson and Warden Helmet with Haptech. Can't do it without Blaze Equipment and Blaze Pet for some reason. All flawless opals. Then get more damage. So, okay, the way that you... Basically, the way that you start taking opals off is you do more damage. As you do more damage, you can start lowering your true defense. Pretty much. As you lower your true defense... less true defense, more damage is the way that things go. You know, I don't think so. What do you use for chat overlay? Actually, that's a good question. I don't remember the name of it. That's actually a really good question. I don't remember the website. I don't remember what I use. It's been so long since I put it in OBS. It's been so long. I don't remember what I use. No, none of them. Okay, I know that I clicked. I know that I clicked before. With the Spirit Dagger, one you deal damage to the flares. The one in the Crimson Isles that give magical powers. Sorry, I'm getting... What? What? Okay, that's just straight up word spam. Hold on, let me just put the URL into Google. Tell me what it is. Hold on. Oh, it's okay, it's StreamerBot. It is StreamerBot. There we go. Look, I forgot what it was, alright. Genuine question, by the way. What do you mean, genuine question? What is the question? Oh, yo, sorry, what is the genuine question? Because it looks bad. Wait, what do you mean, what looks bad? Wait, what looks really bad? Huh? Wait, which one? Wait, which one looks really bad? Huh? I just said. No, you didn't. None of that makes sense. Oh, that one, right. With the Spirit Dagger 1, do you deal damage to the flares, the one in the Crimson Isle that gives magical powers? Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. I'm afraid I can't answer that question because I don't know what you're trying to ask. I am sorry for my inadequacy. Is he asking whether Blaze Daggers deal more to flares? Yeah, Blaze Daggers deal more to anything infernal. How much do you think your daily caffeine intake is? I mean, I have 1 cup of coffee in the morning, so that answers that. However much that is. Is English not your first language? My bad, I thought you were American. I know this is rage bait. I know it is. No, I'm in fact not quite American. Not quite. That said, I do speak English like it's not my first language. It is, but you wouldn't expect it to be. The flares, you know, Crimson Isles, they give magical power with Jacobus or whatever. Yeah, that still doesn't make sense. Do you speak any other languages? Not that I know of. $40 milligrams for a cup of coffee, by the way. That's nice. I think it's the magical power part that I'm getting confused by. I think it's the magical power that I'm getting confused by, because I don't understand the correlation between flares and magical power. Like, I know what flares are, and I know what magical power is, but I don't understand the correlation between the two. I just can't understand why they're being used in the same, like, I don't understand where they connect. It's the thing that gives you tuning points. Yeah, that does not help me. That's just as confusing. I still don't understand what that has to do with flares. Can you explain opals? Opal gemstone, give true defense. That's about the one. You know Minecraft? Not really. I used to play it when I was younger, but I haven't played it in years, honestly. It's been so long since I played Minecraft. Which dagger should I put Kaim on first? You should put Kaim on both. You should put, okay, whichever one you kill the boss with. Like, whichever dagger you end on is the one that you should put Kaim on. Basically. Are hypixel servers hosted in Tel Aviv? I don't believe so. Can you visit Goo? He has 8 macrobots. That's cool. I don't really know what I would do about that. Got 5 relics this Diana. Holy. I'm not going to call you a good boy. Please don't call me daddy either. That's odd. That is odd behavior. Strange behavior right there. No, mommy is not better. After that boss, can I grab your cake soul? I mean, I'm standing still. You can grab my cake soul whenever you want. Oh shit. It would probably be easier to get the cake soul in during the boss while I'm not running around. Father Fire. Ah, yes. I am a priest now. That is it, chat. I'm a man of God. I'm a man of God now. Does the flares give the MP, not mithril powder, not the bestiary ones? Yeah, I'm so lost, man. Yo, I'm so lost. Grandma fire, Unk fire, yeah, I mean that's better. SOS flare? What does that have to do with magical power though? Like, if they're talking about SOS flare, what does that have to do with magical power? I still don't understand where the magical power fits in. Your defo getting rage baited. It's not working very well. I'm getting confused baited. Like, I'm definitely not getting rage baited, but I'm just confused. How to do tier 4 E-Man without a term? By not using a term. I hope this helps. Flares in the nether. Flares in the nether. The MP. Not mithril powder like with Jacobus. The guy that gives the money for the sack of sacks. I'm gonna ban you in a second. I actually am. You're just taking up chat space. Are summons still effective to be able to do the term? What? Summons are effective, term's good. Other short bows are good. I mean, term is the best option. Summons aren't bad, though. Egg level up. I'm just trying to be an interactive chatter. I mean, fair, I guess. But, I mean, because I never see people using summons. Well, that's because most people just use a Terminator. Normal shortbow worse than Hurricane? Yeah, but Hurricane's just annoying to use. Normal shortbow is just a lot easier to use than a Hurricane. Petition to remove YouTube chat. No, I kind of need them there. I say need them there. I kind of want them there because then, you know, I've still got people to talk. Like, there's still people in the YouTube chat that have valuable things to say. Should I get my goal to 10 mil or 100 mil? Well, you might as well just go to 100 mil. If you're a degenerate, 100 mil. 10 mil if you're normal, bro. 100 mil is not that hard to get. 100 mil gold collection is not that hard to get. How close to Blaze 7? I don't know, like 70, maybe a lot, yeah, maybe like 70 bosses. Do you know how long 100 mil will take? An amount of time. It will take a period of time. Less than 100 hours? More than 1 hour? Somewhere in that range. Yeah, it fits somewhere around there. You're not very fucking helpful, are you? Yeah, I mean, I don't really know, so. It takes an amount of time. Don't be mean to Grandma Fire. No one's being mean to Grandma Fire. What are we talking about? What are we on about? Do gold collection during mining fiesta? I think quite a lot of other people have the same idea. If you can get a good lobby during mining fiesta, then yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, I think quite a lot of other people have the same idea. How much of the chat think you're all knowing? Well, you are now added to that list, Mugags. You are now added to the list of people who think I'm all-knowing. Because I don't know the answer to that. What's good, up, bro? How's it going? I skipped school today. Oh, you bad boy. How could you? You are terrible, terrible human being. Naughty. I just left. Oh. Okay, you know, it's all good. Okay, hey, look, man. You walked yourself into that. You walked yourself into, being... Look, Mugags, you walked your way into it, alright? You walked in with your hands up. And handed me that sentence. On a silver platter. Not I just left, I left school halfway through. Nice. I kind of miss that about school. I kind of miss skipping, actually. It was kind of fun. I don't know, something about it was kind of enjoyable. Chad, we might actually be getting our we might egg. Oh. Okay. On the second thoughts, we might not be egging. We might not be unegging just yet. We will be unegging soon. Very soon. Very soon. We will be unegging very soon. This Josh guy in the YouTube chat has quite poor English. You did not need to come over to the Twitch chat just to say that. Remember skipping school to do mining fiestas. Okay, what time is the Magic Find rework coming out? About 3 hours-ish. Yeah, you know, the Magic Find rework that hasn't been on alpha yet. Wait, actually? No, obviously not. It hasn't been on alpha. Oh, bro. It's too easy. That wasn't funny? Oh, but it was. Oh, but it was. I'm sorry, but it was funny. You're just wrong. I'm sorry to have to be the one to tell you it. What is the Magic Find rework in a TLDR? I'd probably go and look it up on the actual forums. I'll be honest. I'm probably not. It's a pretty big thing. It is not coming anytime soon. That much I can tell you right now. It's not coming anytime soon. But I'd go and read the patch notes. I say patch notes, I'd go and read the design thread. Current rate for flare shards on the bazaar? I don't know, man. Might never drop? Yeah, to be fair, it might never drop. I mean, I think it probably will drop. It's just gonna take a while for it to even be on alpha. Can you check? If you give me a second. It's Slash Bazaar. I did figure that it might be Slash Bazaar. Might pull a Primal Dragon. I think it probably will be, I I think it probably will drop. No, I can't check, I'm afraid. You'll have to go onto Koffel and look there. Does Blaze Tier 3 make money? No, not really. Welcome to the daytime. Did you fail? I did. I did indeed. Can you check? No, the bazaar's disabled, I'm afraid. Or at least it's too laggy in this lobby to actually look in the bazaar, so I'm afraid I can't. Will the Crown of Everest get indirect buffs with foraging update with the new shards from second foraging island? Yeah. What shard? Flare. Dante got elected again? Oh, if only. Right, bring back Dante, bring back Dante. Trust. Bring back Dante. Oh, okay. 38k and 32k. Although I guess you can read the chat, but yeah, 38k and 32k. Crimson and Warden Helmet will not get the same buffs. No, because they don't get buffed by that. I mean, Warden will obviously be better with more... The more damage you do, the better Warden gets, but... Crown of Avarice will still be better than it. And Crimson will just slowly get worse and worse as time goes on. My auto-terminal mod doesn't open the terminal. I think it's bannable just literally logging onto the server with it. I'm pretty sure just having it installed whilst you're on the server is bannable. How would they know? Doesn't change the fact that it's bannable. Whether you get banned for it or not doesn't change that it is bannable. Are we just going to ignore the I don't want to save my macro? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I don't know the IGN. Nothing I can do about it. Yeah, people macro the game. People aren't going to stop macroing the game. It's not really a noteworthy thing. Where's the daytimer? Gone. Even without Black Hole, do you gain eagers? Yeah, so that's kind of funny. The fact that my inability to speak has just saved me. The fact that my actual inability to speak has saved me. Right, let me see. Let me just quickly ban them. Are you happy with the current money making in skyblock? The combat is actually best. Yeah, I think it's good. Currently the highest skilled things in the game make the most money on average. So I think that, yes. Gosh, so immature. Them or me? What? Why don't they imbue ChatGPT to macros so they can just... Yeah, they probably are starting to do that. Skill equals money, to some degree. Farming. Farming is not the best money-making method in the game. It's good, but it's not that good. Yeah, except for hunting. Hunting is the exception. To not having 200 speed whilst wearing Warden like 180. You can do the math if you want. I don't want to. But it's less. That guy cold. Thank you very much for the follow. Bro, getting gifted a sub whilst you're not followed is kind of insane, actually. And Diana is so skilled to do. I mean, yes. Yes, it is. To get good Diana burrows per hour, yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, bro thinks I've never been on the internet in my life. Why don't you use Kime 5? I can't really afford it, you know. For the love of God, I can't survive that last phase. Then get more true defense. Get more true defense and vitality, and your problems will be solved. That'll fix all. Do you agree that most skill is accomplished by very expensive gear? No. The most skillful activities in the game require expensive gear, yes, because they're the hardest things to do. But that's as far as the correlations go. G-spot, yeah, it's because I want to be able to read chat. It's because I like reading my chat. Chimera worth it on like Sting and Atom Split. Sting, yes. Atom Split, if you really like doing E-Man. But like, as long as you're aware that E-Man makes no money. On your profile, what made the most money, Blaze? You only want Chimera if you have a G-Drag. Really much. I have 190 true defense. Are you using one for all daggers or something? Hold on. Yo. You know, actually, what's your IGN? Yo, hold on. Genuine question. What is your IGN? E-Man carries make a lot. They do. But that's not E-Man. E-Man carries and E-Man Slayer are technically two different things. As a Slayer, E-Man doesn't make much money. The carry service does. But you're not really dropping much. Like, your goals are different. And realistically, E-Man carries. Hyperion is better than Hyperion is better than a Atom Split for carrying. And so you probably wouldn't do that anyway. And carries during E-Man 9 grind. I mean, GG once again, but yeah. Yeah, like, hype carries are just significantly better for money than Atom Split carries are. I think E-Man will be good in the future. Depends on whether the admins do anything to E-Man. I don't know. It depends. If they change stuff, then yes. If they don't, then no. Don't flame me. Give me a second. I networkingly cannot play skyblock. I'm gonna go and touch grass. No! Oh, we've lost one, chat. We've lost one to the outsides. Oh, this is awful. Oh, this is awful. We've lost one to the outside world. Do you use for your sky design? It is a shader called Rethinking Voxels. Didn't they make... Because bad isn't because of Kismet's. E-Man was bad before Kismet's. E-Man is bad because it's an easy boss now. Like, the reason that E-Man is bad is because it's not a difficult boss anymore. There is more cause than there is demand for cause. Do you watch any sports? Not really. Alright, let's see. What we got here? What we got here? Okay, I found your issue. It's Hot Crimson. The Hot Crimson is 100% the issue here. That is 100% the problem. Without a shadow of a doubt. Ananke, not Kismets. Whatever, you know what I mean. You know, I know what... We know what they mean. Do you think the Hermit Crab nerf was needed? What was the Hermit Crab nerf? Joseph, what was good? How are you? I'm doing pretty good, thank you. Yeah, it's the Hot Crimson. That is the problem. Like, we know what they meant. Meat still primordial, I'll buy it. That's entirely up to you. Obviously, metering to primordial would take longer. But you'd probably make more money by not metering it. But like, that's entirely up to you. Yo, chat, we've made 7.6 mil so far this stream. Like, that's pretty good, no? Pretty good. 2 hours and 30 minutes, 7.6 mil. Not bad, not bad. Not bad. Blaze is living up to its reputation of making good money. Like, we might be looking at peak rates. We might be looking at peak rates right here. As long as I don't get blown up by a pillar again. But, I mean, you know, it's not like that happens very often. Bro's making less money than early game farming. That's just not true. I'm making way more money than... I'm making money. If you could do OnlyFans, what would your categories be? I don't want to even entertain that thought. Actually. Yeah. I think I'll let that one slip away from my mind. Magic Find is important for Blaze, but not as important as Kill Time. Kill Time is just significantly more important than Magic Find. I'm dying to Blaze compilations, bro. There's already... No. I have died to Blaze far more times on my main profile than on this one. I'll pay me and I'll PV you until you have to improve. Yo, wait, that might be an untapped market, chat. We've seen people do short form hypixel skyblock content, but we haven't seen people do hypixel skyblock content on OnlyFans. Wait, we might have an untapped market here, team. We might have an untapped market. The OnlyFans PVs. Bro, I would... Yo, that is like an instant no-code moment right there. That is like... That would instantly block you. Like, immediately block you from a code. No, you wouldn't even get red name. Like, that'd be immediately losing red name. Not untapped market, by the way. Wait, who... To be determined. To be determined is not on OnlyFans doing skyblock. Wait, sorry. Who is on OnlyFans doing skyblock content? Genuine question. Who is on OnlyFans doing skyblock content? I'm doing it. Oh, my bad. My bad. To be determined, bro. Okay, genuine question, like... genuine thing. Making people pay for PVs, I understand it, but goddamn. No, iCal is on no shot. iCal, no, no way he is on OnlyFans doing skyblock content. Is that where he's been, chat? Is that where he's been after giving up on the PvP? Is that what happened to him? Did iCal switch to OnlyFans? Bro switched over. Oh, right, yeah, I can't really stand still, can I, huh? I always forget about that. Maz does it to show people the sun he has in the back of his room. What? Just got my turn. What do I do right now? I don't know. What did you get your turn for? I mean, I'd assume you got it to be able to do something. Have you seen his light? I don't really pay attention to his face cam, I'll be honest. Ow. Yo, can you stop? Don't mind. Yeah, then go do dungeons. If you bought your Terminator if you bought your Terminator to do dungeons, then go do dungeons. But I'm only 750 MP. Then you probably shouldn't have bought a Terminator. Oh me oh my, if it is not the consequences of my actions. Bro, this isn't even his chat. Is it buying just worth buying a third term just for FT? Absolutely. Absolutely. Why is Fear catching strays? This isn't even his chat. Like, you know, if you want to fuck with people, do it in their own chat. I don't want to have to deal with that. These Diana rates are crazy. Better get Kime 7. Bro, Diana rate's so crazy. You unlocked a whole new enchant. Ow. Oh man, I'm working my way up my I'm working my way up my Blaze Death leaderboard again. This is not ideal. This isn't ideal. I'm gonna be top 5 again, team. You're not doing Blaze carries for money. They don't work. You get like 1 carry every few days. What editing software to use? I use DaVinci Resolve, the free version. It is complicated as all shit, but it works really well once you learn it. Well, once you actually learn how it works, it's good. How much MP do I need for M5? Depends on which class you want to play. But like, if you're using a Terminator, you should have in my personal opinion, if you have a Terminator, you should have at least 1,000 magical power. Realistically, before you have a term. But yeah, as for M5, it depends on which class. Arch. If you don't have an LCM, you're going to be a high damage dealer, so what, 1,500? Nah, 1,200? 1,400? 12, 1,400? If you don't have an LCM in the party, depends on the kata a little bit. If you do have an LCM in the party, then you'll be fine with like 1,000. Burrs Kata 38 doing M6 without problems at 700 MP. Yeah, let's not tell people to do that, shall we? Let's not tell people to start doing things undergeared, because then this is why Party Finder is the way that it is. Because we have people saying, oh, you M6 at Kata 38 with 700 MP and a term, yippee, as a DPS class. Oh, that's all good, that's fine. Ooh. And then you have all the little Party Finder guys that go, oh, that means I can spend less money on MP and more money on other stuff. And then you just get more shitters. Just have some skill. The point is that most people don't have that skill. We don't want to be telling people that don't have that skill to use that they can just use less gear, because then you just have a problem. This is why Party Finder is the way it is. Is because people keep getting told that they can use less gear. and then they go in undergeared, and then they never learn. How much XP now? We got like what, another 45,000, 40,000? Should force you to do solo dungeons before the next lord. No, it shouldn't. No, that's a terrible idea. Dungeons are a party game mode. Why should it force you to do a party game mode as a solo? Lowest cat level for LCM. By what, 48? 45, 48? Are you sure? Yes. Dungeons are designed for parties. They are not designed for solos. I have 1.3k MP. Do I go for more MP or Fatal Tempo Term? I mean, realistically, more MP. Fatal Tempo Term is not that useful. Like, its one use is, as far as I'm aware, double skip E-Man. It's a gear check. No, because you can... No, you should not have... Soloing the dungeon is significantly harder than party dungeon. Why should you have to be able to solo something to be able to do it in its intended way? That doesn't make sense. You shouldn't have to do the harder version of something in order to be able to do it in its intended way. That's so backwards. Like, I understand the whole, like, trying to get sub 30 man second bosses. Yeah, Fatal Tempo Term won't help you with that. Like, you shouldn't have to do a party activity solo in order to be able to do it in a party. I understand the point of gear check, but like, the whole point of dungeons is that your other party members can make up for your weaknesses. Do you use foot pedals? I do, yes. There are cheats in Minecraft now. What? How much do they cost? I think they cost me like £25 or something off Amazon. Am I just cooked if I can't get sub 30? I mean, okay, you have fairly low MP, to be fair, but yes. Soul Eater worth getting on a separate term when I can already one-shot all the mobs in M6 and lower? I don't know. You're kind of asking the wrong. I'm not particularly a dungeons player. I don't know. Probably yes. I depends on how you perform in M7. I don't know, man. I don't know. I thought you were macroing. I know. Look, a good amount of people thought I was macroing. A good amount of people thought I was macroing, but that's okay because that's what I wanted. That was the intended result. That short was pure engagement bait. And boy oh boy did it work. It worked exactly as intended. What MP would you suggest I try to go for? More? Just keep getting more. Thing with MP is you just keep upgrading. You keep upgrade. No Archfiend? No, I've got one Archfiend dice, just none today. Thing with MP is you just keep upgrading it until you have max. So more. You just keep upgrading MP until you're happy with the amount that until you're happy with what you're doing. Minimum MP required to live. I mean, realistically, like 1k, but like... Rest feels so cosmetic and too expensive. Okay. I mean, it doesn't change the fact that you still, like, what? Realistically, you still just keep upgrading MP until you're done with it. Whether you do it before other things or whether you do it after other things, eventually it'll get finished. I'm going for 1.6k MP, making millions, carrying tier 4 E-Man, made like 600 mil today. Nice. W. Oh, that's actually pretty good. 600 mil is actually pretty good. Oh, Chad, it's so nice not having to sell my inventory every few seconds. Okay, you know what? The big sack was worth it. It was worth the 4 million coins. That's like an hour of work, alright? Look, you may look at me and say 4 mil's not a lot, but that's an hour of work. That's an hour of hard work. It's a bit embarrassing to buy carries, just skipping a lot of progression for a Juju with 200 MP. Yeah, not everyone feels the same way. I agree. I personally despise carries. But not everyone feels the same way. Yippee, smoldering. Now I have 2 smoldering books. Doesn't really matter though, because I can't do much with it. But you know, I'm with you. I'm not a fan of carries. For some people, it can be unplayable. Okay, if you have such high ping that you can't kill a tier 4 E-man with even whilst overgeared, you might just want to quit. I'll be so real. If you have such high ping that that's an impossibility, you probably should just quit the game. I'll be completely real. Because there's not going to be very much you can do. I'm not saying myself though. I'm not saying you are saying yourself. I'm also not necessarily referring to you. I'm referring to the point that if you have such high ping that like killing Enderman Slayer is an impossibility, you're not going to be able to actually make use of the stuff from Enderman Slayer. Because dungeons are going to suck ass and Kudra is going to be next to impossible. Even a player that plays on mobile with 400 ping? Not really. Why is it easier for me to kill tier 4 E-man with my hype than my atom split? I don't know. Probably because you're not used to it. And hype is less effort, just slower bosses. I mean, depending on your gear. Like, if you have terrible melee gear, then, yeah, obviously. Ooh, that was a little close. You're getting a little close there, buddy. It's like 500 MS minimum. It's his client-side issue, though, because his ISP is bad. Bro, I can't read, man. Holy. Are you aware Tower Slayer bug kills your tower? Yes. It's been a thing since beta. Yeah, I reported that bug back during its alpha time. Is Crimson good for Blaze now? What? When has Crimson not been good for Blaze? Any fix? Yeah, do less damage. The reason that it happens is basically because you one-shot the rest of the boss's health. So just use a weapon that doesn't do that. Pretty much. When is Crimson DPS wise hot? Survivability wise burning. Helmet. Oh, no, Crimson Helmet is never good. Crimson Helmet's always bad. Yeah, or if you Venomous stack, you just don't hit after the first eggs phase. If you're not Venomous stacking, literally just use a weapon that doesn't one-tap it. I'll be honest, it's such a minor bug that it's just, like, the admins just have no priority to fix it. It doesn't actually affect anything. Therefore, there's no priority in fixing it. I don't like you. I remember you grunting to your sorrow earlier. With there wasn't a point now. I don't need it. There has been no use, no point where I've needed the sorrow. My reason for getting the sorrow is simply just that I would rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. That's literally the entire reason I grinded it. Well, that's annoying. Now there's a notification that won't go away. If, did you see brick block under the hub? In the hub under a leave, it shows who lazy build it. What? I don't understand. What? Huh? Alright, I guess I'm so confused. But sure thing. Chat, we are so close to egging it. We are so close to egging it. People from YouTube, SMH, says the YouTube chatter. How much XP for the baby G-Drag to hatch? Good question, actually. Does anybody know the answer to that? That is a genuinely good question. I mean, it's just a level 100 pet, no? Yeah, 25 mil. It's just, no, that's level 200. Just sell your Crimson Armor and buy a pet-sized cupcake. You might be a genius. What do you normally need to go from 0 to 100 on normal pet? Yeah, it's like 25 mil or something. I pull the fear. I drop my term in Dungeon Hub. You absolute fool. Why do people not lock their items? Oh, sorry, I asked how much yours has left. I don't know. I'll look in a minute. I'll look in a minute. I did, I locked it. Then how the hell did you drop it? How in God's name did you manage to drop a locked item? Unbinded Q and use it for my wardrobe. Also fair. Like, unbinding Q is definitely a valid method of doing things. Oh! Okay. That's just straight up lag, bro. What did I miss? You bought a Greg? Nah, it's an item that I've had since the start of the series. I say an item. Yeah, we've only got another 400. We've only got another 500k XP left. We're pretty close. 500k does not take actually all that long at all. Because smoldering blazes give a lot of XP. Oh, bro, when he's level 100, then no, imagine your weakness being strafing. Imagine being essentially a god, but your weakness is turning in a circle. Oh no! My one weakness! The rotary plane! Oh! How did you find out? Everything. Kudra, Drag, Slayer. Which set should I get to Fiery, then Infernal first? Crimson. It depends on which one you do the most. Either Crimson or Terror. If you do more Kudra, then you do Terror. If you do more Slayers, then you do Crimson. Entirely just depends on which one you do. Low-key, just convert it? I mean, yeah, that's an option as well, to be fair. That's actually a pretty good option. Then again, issue is that, like, you've got a... is that the Crimson set eventually has to will eventually have Habanero Tactics on. Whereas the Kudra does not. Where does Hurtful become better than Silky? I don't know. I mean, Hurtful's better than Silky because of the attack speed, largely. Silky's kind of mid because of well, it doesn't help with your attack speed at all. Which automatically makes Silky mid as all hell. Like, literally just that alone. The term is a Habtac boosted weapon if you have one. That's true, I guess. Next level. Yo, W. Only 10k XP left me. Nice. Make sure to only do it when you're, Okay, Malik, by the way, how much playtime did you say you had again? Because I swear to God, last time that we had this. I swear to God, last time we had this conversation, you had less playtime than me. It was around... now it's like 350. How in the fuck do you have How? How have you doubled the playtime in a week? How have you got another How have you got 150 hours in... wait, how have you got over 150 hours in a week? How have you done that? What? Hey man, I'd request you don't help, please. You have a farming setup? I do, yes. You have 258 hours of playtime. How? Okay, I have one genuine question, and that is how? How? What's your IGN again? I have a broken leg. No, what's your IGN again? In a week, there is 160 hours, so it is possible. That's a fair. Angie Storm, yeah, that's what I thought. Hold on. 258 hours of playtime. You might have the most insane profile for your playtime that I have ever seen. You might have genuinely the most unbelievable profile for your playtime I think I've actually ever seen. Like, if you are telling the truth... hold on, such PV... you might have the most unreal playtime, like 9.8 billion coins in 258 hours. Is unbelievable. Like, this might be the most unreal playtime. Profile says it's 4 years old. Yeah, I don't care about that. But like, 9.8 billion in 258 hours of playtime is unreal. Hold on, wait, how much is that? Hold on, how much does that come out to making a day? Hold on. Or per hour? 37 million coins an hour since the start of the profile. I mean, it's doable, but, like, that's still unreal. 40 mil an hour since the profile started is still unbelievable. Like, considering that you've been doing a lot of farming. Considering you're doing a lot of farming. Like, you would have had to spend a lot of time making, like, no money. You would have had to spend a lot of time making next to nothing. No? What do you mean, no? Yes. Hunting, then farming. It doesn't matter. You still... No, it doesn't matter. You still have to spend a good amount of time. Actually, no, I'm wrong. It's not 9.8. It's 11 billion. Of course, PV is always wrong. The actual net worth is 11 billion. The correct net worth is, in fact, 11. So, hold on. Let me just redo that math. Hold on. I can easily show my playtime. It's not about I can easily show my playtime. You can have that much playtime. It doesn't matter about how much playtime you can have. You can have more money than this with, like, 3 hours. 120 hours with 4.2 bill. That's... How? What have you done? 44 mil an hour, 250 hours of playtime. I mean, I believe on the playtime front. But, like... How? Bro, you did 2 million... You have 2 million hunting XP. You have 2 million hunting XP. Which means you've barely made any money from hunting. You have barely done any hunting. You have done a lot of farming, I'll give you that. But you have barely done any hunting. Because 2 million is next to nothing. So you have spent a lot of time making no money from farming. Look at his co-op list. None of them are actual co-op members. None of them are actually on the co-op anymore. Just these 3 weeks. I'm sorry, but, like, with most of your money being through farming and making 44 million coins an hour on average, since I don't understand. Blaze level, we're Blaze level 6, we're about, like, what? Half? No, we got like 30k left until Blaze 7. I just can't understand. Like, up until you're farming 40, you don't really make anything anyway. Motherfucker said stolen or boosted. Can you blame them? Can you blame them? My 800 million sugarcane. I understand that. I understand that. I understand that you've done a lot of farming. But, like, that's still unreal to get that amount of money from just farming. Like, from pretty much just farming in 250 hours. By abusing endgame hunting's making 110 mil an hour. I don't think they did that. But they've also, I mean, they haven't hunted basically. I mean, if they're making like 110 mil an hour, then that'd be enough. But how much is net worth? 11 billion. So high level gear because of farming XP boost? I guess to some degree. I don't know. It depends on what. So I mean, what they would. I don't know. I don't know. Playtime with fusions. And how much hunting XP? Not heated. No, I understand that. I'm aware of that. But your addition of I did 110 million coins an hour of fusions into this conversation, which isn't about you, would mean that you're comparing you to them. And thus me saying I don't think that they did that matters. Yeah, out of interest, Nathaniel, how much hunting XP did you end up with? Because fusing obviously gives a shit ton. 70k, good price for hide-on leaves. Yeah. Higher than it's been for a couple weeks. Yeah, don't listen to Ulrun. You will be banned. Like 60th in the world right now, yeah. They've got 2 million XP. They have 2 million hunting XP, so... Like... I understand most of their money came from farming. It's still wild to average 44 million coins an hour from farming in 258 hours. Like, since the start of the profile, every hour, to have averaged 44 million coins an hour, and have most of the money be from farming. Like, that is still an unreal rate. $40 hours and like 200 million net worth. Yeah, that's pretty good. Can you tell me how much you made total with hunting on your profile? I can't really check that because of fusions being a thing. Either way, is there a fusion tracker? I don't think there is. The Harvest Feast. Feast rates be making 70 mil an hour on decent rates. Okay. But you're still ignoring the amount of time you have to spend not making money from farming. And just leveling up. Like, the period of time where you're not making any money. Without fusions, it's about 1.2-ish? Obviously, shard prices right now are a lot less than they were when I hunted them. So it's about 1.2-ish. Is this a new profile? It's kind of a new profile. Trying to figure out how it's on average 40 mil an hour. Yeah, that's the same. Feast mostly hours. I understand that, but I'm just trying to figure it out. So you made all of the money so you made the billions of coins in order to buy your farming gear. Like the billion or two coins to buy your farming gear from hunting, I'm assuming. The sugarcane collection's really high. I would assume. You've made a good... In order to make enough money from Feast to make up for the loss of time leveling, I would assume you made a good amount of money from hunting. Or so you say, which you only have 2 mil XP though. I'm so confused. What would you say is a decent net worth for President's level 226? I don't know. Anything. Anything. Whatever. It just doesn't really matter. Like, net worth just doesn't matter that much. I'll be completely honest. Where was the collection? It's extremely high. Where is it? Sugarcane. That is mine. No, that's Angie Storm. Why does it not show the actual collection? Hold on. Let me swap to Skycrypt. No, it doesn't show it right there. It doesn't show it there either. It shows you got 6 million potatoes, though. And 14 million cocoa beans. Oh, you have your API off. Okay, that's why. You have your collection API off. Necron helmet or golden sedan for combat? Necron? Guess it didn't go through. Just not yet, no. Is there anything that affects hab prices, or are they always... not really. They go up kind of sometimes during Aatrox, but... Nah, not really. Can you check my profile? I don't really do PVs, I'm afraid. The current ongoing thing's a little different. I dropped Ray of Helios, so the money... Ah! Okay, that makes more sense. This makes more sense now. That would have been something good to say earlier. That would have been something good to say a little earlier. Because that fixes a lot of the confusion. Which mod? I use a mod called Command Keys. That is absolutely RNG carried. Sky Hanny, I believe, has it as well. But I personally use a mod called Command Keys. 1.8 billion out of 11 billion. Yeah, that's 1.8 billion early on is a fuck ton of money. Like that just automatically gets you all of your that just gets you a shit ton of gear instantly. Yeah, what are we saying? What are we saying? That instantly affords you the gear that you don't have to work for. Which would have taken time. Good hunting method with ghosts being shit. I mean, ghosts are definitely not shit. They just need a party. Hell wisps are pretty good, though. I don't know about flares. I don't know whether flares are still viable or not. Yeah, you know, only a small 1.8 billion coin drop, honestly. Only a tiny 1.8 billion coin drop early into the profile. It's really not that much. It only bought me a shit ton of farming gear early on. Prices have dropped a bunch. I mean, it's still good in a party. Like what? It's still about 30 mil solo. And significantly better in a party. Okay, probably not 30 mil solo. Probably close to 25 then. It's still good in a party though, regardless. Just do basils? Nah, they kind of suck. Reason I like ghosts is they're just nice and easy. Hell wisps are just better. If you got a hype, hell wisps are just better. Same for cinderbats. Burning soul doesn't exist anymore. The shard drops from the boss, not the minis. I suppose my progression isn't impressive at all. Yeah, that's not what we said. That's not what we said at all. You're just straight up ignoring what we said now and putting words in our mouth. We didn't say your progression isn't impressive. We just said that suddenly that makes a lot more sense. Because previously, your early game progression did not make sense at all. It's still impressive, don't get me wrong, but it's no longer unbelievable. Like, before the progression was in the point of disbelief, like... The progression was in the point of, you probably IRL traded coins. Now it makes sense. It is the difference. It shows on Outcrow, though. Yeah, it does. It does, yeah. Outcrow just hasn't updated to get rid of it. It doesn't exist anymore. Also, do not use outcrow for hunting rates. It's not good. It is not good. Yeah, like, we're not saying your progression isn't impressive. But at the same time, leaving out... Oh, I just dropped a small 1.8 billion coin drop early into my profile. I just want to impress you with my progression. Then, be truthful. Like, if you want to impress someone with your rates, be truthful about it. You know, if you dropped an unbelievably rare drop at the beginning of a profile that literally funds you infinitely faster, I just forgot to mention it. It seems like a big thing to forget to mention. Like, the thing that bought you all of your gear in the early game feels like a big thing to forget. I mean, I could be wrong. But, like, that's a pretty big thing to forget. Well, the G-Drag being leveled makes the actual spawning process a little nicer, because now we actually do damage to things. That is significantly more enjoyable. I mean, the kill times still suck balls, but that's besides the point. And there, yep, I double-clicked it. GG. And show how fast you speedrun skyblock. Hey, man, look, it's still impressive progression, like. As I said. Regardless of the Ray of Helios, it's still good progression. It's just now not within the realm of you almost certainly IRL traded. Is the difference there. Like, without that small bit of information, you did look like you were just cheating. I did. That's all. What is the rant about? It's not a rant. It's more just someone's talking about their progression in the game. And it was like 11 billion in 258 hours or something. Mostly from farming. So we're doing a little bit of investigative journalism, trying to figure out where the money came from. And couldn't quite understand where the money had come from in the early game. Until they dropped a small piece of information that they had gotten a Ray of Helios. Which suddenly made sense. So Blaze 7 with your current setup and Blaze 9 with your old profile dagger. I don't have both of my old profile. I only kept one of them. I only kept the Death Ripper dagger because that's the important one. I don't care about... I never cared about the Pyrocast. The Death Ripper is the good one because that has all the XP on it. Or just straight up lying. He's... What? Stop interacting with it. What? How far behind are you? How far behind are you, Dark Life? You know it's bad because I go from forwarding 47 to 54 in less time. Just got to my computer. Ah. Money pretty much gets the bit of the buffer and not making money out of the game. Yeah, exactly. YouTube Live always behind, doesn't matter whose stream it is. They're in the Twitch stream. They're in the Twitch stream. They're in the Twitch chat. They're not in the YouTube chat. I don't really know what to say about that. Check the raffle. Oh, I should do mid-boss. I should do mid-boss gambling. Hold on. Hold on, I should do mid-boss gambling. Do you have any videos or lives where you started hunting from scratch? Yes, all of my speedrun videos. Like, both the E-Man profile and the dungeon profile both started from hunting from scratch. Alright, chat, I got a bit of mid-boss gambling. A little bit of mid-boss gambling, mid-boss gambling. This is going to increase my luck exponentially. It did not. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. We'll open the other one we'll open the other one during the second demon's phase. We'll open the other one during the second demon's phase, it's fine. It must be because I wasn't far enough into the boss yet. But if I go a little bit further, if I go a little further into the boss, then it's just going to guarantee it. It's going to guarantee a big drop. Exploding fire pellet? Yeah, I feel you. I feel that one. It's fine, it's fine. It's just because I tried to do it too early. I tried to do it too early. It's a good job I didn't open the daily one. It's a good job I didn't open the daily one. It's this one. God pot expires in 1 second. Ah. That's not good. Nice. Another cake soul. Yep. 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 Hey, I can't, you know what, I can't be mad. At least I'm not getting consolation cake every single time again. I can't even be mad at it. If I get Blaze 7, all perfect in my farming gear, I'm gonna go do my mining probably within a day or two. Alright. God potion. Well, hey ho. You know what, chat? It's fine. It's fine. I never expected to get anything from the raffles anyway. There was never any expectation. Is mining washed? No. In Iron Man now you just diamond mine. It's not as good as it used to be, but it's definitely not bad. How did you grind your 1 mil gold collection? I haven't. I don't think I have any gold collection actually. Mostly because I don't use a golden dragon, so. I've just never had any reason to get one. I mean, I guess now that it's hatched, I guess I have I now have a golden dragon, but like I didn't before now. I had an egg. Hey, is that another combat level? Wow, combat 45. Wow. Hold on, how many? 30k XP left. Ooh. Not bad. Bro, the kill times are depressing. Like, the kill times are so depressing. No, my Greg is completely dysfunctional because I don't have the, I don't have bank. Did you run out of time? I did. I did in fact run out of time. My inability to not read my chat led to me getting killed by many a fire pillar. Lots of fire pillars. I just am incapable of not reading my chat. Oh, the clover helmet's already gone, bye-bye. I don't have it anymore. It was fed to the void beast. The man down under. Yeah, that's right. The void is actually just Australia. Stranded E-Man 9. Ha ha ha. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like that, bro. Iron Man is one thing. Stranded? Hell no. Come on, it'll be fun. No, it won't. Stranded players are dysfunctional maniacs. It took me being carried. I know I'm a loser. Hey, I don't worry. I also got carried. I also got carried through 2 E-Man 7. I mean, I had a good reason, but... Strand has no more updates anymore. It's quite sad. I mean, it's fair enough, though, because, like, no one does it. I'll do it with you. I'll pass. I will not be co-op having anybody in my co-ops except for me. I am forever my only co-op mate. It's just, I was halfway to Pros and Blaze. I mean, you can still play, like, it's not that you can't play it. People would play it more if there's more updates. Whilst, yes, I agree, it's just not worth it. Like, you've got to see it from the admin's point, it's just not worth it for them. Like, the cost of developing, essentially, a completely separate game mode. Can someone tell me what happened with Profile, or this all is just for a VOD? What do you mean? I mean, this Profile started out as a speedrun to M7, and then we moved on to... Okay, I absolutely had that up beforehand, but sure, I guess. Yo, you are not in my co-op. No, nobody else but me is in my co-op. The only people that ever be in my co-op is my alts. Yeah, what will be the point of me to play if there are no more updates? It's not shut down. If you enjoy the game mode, then why does it matter? That's the same thing as saying, what's the point in playing Destiny 2 anymore? Because there's not any more updates. People enjoy it and people play it. Playing just for an update is never a good mindset, in my opinion. If you enjoy something, then I see no issue with playing it, regardless of whether there's going to be an update. Why did they make Iron Man accounts be able to transfer to normal? Because people make mistakes. And they realize that they don't have the time to give to an Iron Man account anymore, but they don't want to lose all of their progress. So they can transfer it to a normal profile, where they don't have as much time, where they don't have to put as much time into it. Pretty good in my opinion. Pretty good. I think it's a good way of handling things. Stand Pro, I'm having way more fun experience again. Fair enough then. But yeah, like from the admin's perspective, there's just not a point to doing this. Is not worth, simply just not worth doing Stranded because of how much extra effort it takes. Like Stranded requires its own updates, completely separate from the main game. Be able to inflate their extra RNGs? What do you mean? What? One good update would every so often would be good. It just, once again, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. Stranded never had a big player base. Like, Stranded, you've got to realize that Stranded has had ages to have a player base, and it just never had a player base. Like, Stranded never had a good player base. Maybe when it first released, just purely out of the hype, but it never had a good gameplay mode. They're the ones who made that game mode. They are, yeah. And they realized it was a mistake, so they stopped it. They realized that that they made the game mode, yes, and it didn't perform how they wanted it to, and that it is no longer worth continuing development. That is all there is to it. Stranded just simply never had enough of a player base to make it worth continuing. Because playing Iron Man is literally not how you're supposed to play the game. It's not designed like that. It's not an issue. It's not an issue of grind everything. It's an issue of the game is designed with the economy in mind. Yes. Like, look, Stranded's a cool idea. But it's just not particularly that compatible with hypixel skyblock. If Stranded had a bigger player base, then yeah, there would absolutely be motivation and a good reason to do it. Unfortunately, it just never cultivated that. Like, throughout its entire life cycle, Stranded was just never able to cultivate a big enough player base. And, you know, devs make mistakes, obviously. And in Skyblock's case, quite a lot of them. And sometimes projects just don't work out how they're envisioned to. Yeah, they left, look, in my opinion, because it was too much like Skyblock and halfway through progression you need to spawn a bunch of nether iron just to mine. Yeah, that's, my point is that Stranded doesn't work. It doesn't work. Like, for Stranded to work, it would have to be a whole separate game mode. Like, hypixel Skyblock Stranded just doesn't work properly. It would have to be an entirely separate game in order to actually work properly. Like, this isn't an issue of if the developers just tweaked a few things. If the developers tweaked enough things to make it work properly, then it wouldn't be hypixel Skyblock anymore. The main cool thing is the fact that you could, like, put items in minions to change drops. Yeah, that was cool. I'll agree. But yeah, like, for Stranded to work, in my opinion, it would have just had to be it would have to be a different minigame in its entirety. As opposed to just a game mode. MP of the profile right now is 900 and... This game is so boring, I just keep going to do revs. If it's boring, why do you play it? And it's a complaint that I never understood. If people keep complaining that Skyblock's boring, but if it's boring, why do you play it? My life is boring right now. Gotta find something to shake it up then. MP of the profile is 985. That said, speaking about when's the stream ending, you do raise a good question. You do raise a good point. Hold on. Who live? Who live? Who live? Oh, the Ginger's live. That's the problem. I have other things to do. I don't really know how to do that, but how to deal with any of that. But yeah, I don't know. I always just say if you don't like a game, then surely that just loses the whole reason to play the game. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. But that kind of removes the whole reason to play the game if you don't like the game anymore. Are miner shards combining shards or selling shards? A bit of both, really. Before you ask what to combine it with, I don't know. I haven't done them in weeks. I don't really know the answer to that. Anyway, chat. It's been a pleasure. We are reaching Blaze 7 tomorrow. That means that, yeah, that means we will be done tomorrow, and I will be able to use... where is it? Wait a minute. I'll be able to use this. After tomorrow, I'll be able to use my guy. My favorite little thing in the world. And I can sell this. I can sell this shitter away. But I'll be able to use this again. How I've missed it. How I have missed my guy. My little dude. My little goober. I want it back. Anyway, chat. Chat, it's been a pleasure. And best arcane mod to grind other than Ghost for Year of the Witch? No idea. Anyway, have a wonderful time. Enjoy ZJ. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. What about the other one? I don't have it.